I need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
What are you? He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur still the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you. Oh, God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you.
Yeah, we're in the building. It's Talk That Talk Tuesday. So talk, and I will talk back. Steve Kim joins us. Major League Baseball legend. Brett Boone joins us. Again, the hitting instructor, the hitting coach, batting coach, whatever we call him in the Major League Baseball Texas Rangers organization right now, as he got that job right after he was on our show last time. So Brett Boone will join us. We got a loaded lineup today. It is Talk That Talk Tuesday. So pound that like, subscribe, and become a member. We are going to dive right into it on a 8 weekends away from college football kickoff. Legendary is the name of this thumbnail because Deshaun Watson says he has been mentoring Shedeur Sanders at the quarterback position. Apparently, he said he's mentoring the room, including, I hope, Dillon Gabriel, who was drafted ahead of Shedeur. This is all a show, man, at this point. That's all I'm saying. It's a show. The biggest failure in the NFL is now mentoring quarterbacks in a quarterback room in Cleveland. The most overpaid underdeliverer at the position is now mentoring 2 rookie QBs and a Super Bowl champ. Am I getting this correct? And a third-year quarterback in Small Hands Pickett? Let me get this straight. So what exactly are you mentoring him at? When it comes to Shedeur or Dillon Gabriel or Pickett or whoever. It's not Flacco. You're not mentoring Flacco. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm trying to be honest and real here. It's not like you have done anything in the league yourself. You, besides winning a playoff game in Houston, when I think your second year in the league, when everyone hyped you up and put you on a pedestal for having a pretty damn good year and coming out of college, you were unbelievable. You have had 24 civil lawsuits that you paid off to go away, all while being paid a fully guaranteed salary to miss more than you play. And when you play, you are as ass as those massage therapists are, apparently. Shedeur Sanders is also a show. It's all about him. It's all about anything else. If you don't see that by now, then you're just blind as Stevie Wonder. How about this, Shedeur? Call your dad, who's a much better role model and a much better mentor than Deshaun Watson could ever be, a much better player too, and ask him about the necessary steps to be great in this league. Because you don't need to ask your dad about playing quarterback. You need to ask him what it takes to be great in this league. Worry about football and keep it pushing. Deshaun Watson probably isn't going to give you the best advice, son. Moving forward, I would just talk to your pops. And not so sure you want that mentor's name on your resume as you move on in this league, Shedeur. But what do I know? What I do know is the Far East Sider and 317. LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving. The AR5 defending and Caitlyn Clark jocking. Indiana Pacers' very own Big Smitty is here.
Yeah. What's going on, y'all? Talk that talk Tuesday, man. Talk to me. I will talk back. JB, I'm getting straight to it right now. Cool little intro, whatever. Cool opinion on that. We understand Deshaun Watson, what he did off the field, and we understand that's watered down his legacy. But I got to push back a little bit here. You can learn something from anybody. You can learn something from a homeless man on the street if you just listen. That's number one. Number two, Deshaun Watson, to your point, which you admitted, for a while, this guy was a baller in this league and was looked at as a top 5 quarterback in this league. That's why when he got traded to the Browns or moved to the Browns, it was such a big deal at that moment. Now, we know what happened off the field, obviously, and from that point, his career tanked. But to say the man can't give advice or help or doesn't know the quarterback position, it's false. This guy, you could argue, at least to this point, we don't know what Dillon Gabriel's going to be or what Shedeur is going to be, but even in college, Deshaun Watson had a higher and a better career than both those guys in college, and so far has had a better career than Kenny Pickett. The only guy that you can say had a better career than him because he's a Super Bowl champion is Joe Flacco. But from what I read, yeah, he's being a mentor to both the young guys, and then just being a good teammate to Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco. He's being active in the locker room, active in the QB room. If you're going to be hurt, you still want to be active. I don't see a problem with that. We're letting the off-the-field stuff, which I understand, overshadow and water down the actual locker room and football stuff, number one. Last but not least, at the very end, you singled out Shedeur Sanders and called him a show when he didn't say nothing. He can't control that somebody wrote an article saying that Deshaun Watson been active in the damn locker room. He didn't say anything there. Why you single him out as far as to tell him to call his dad and use his dad as a mentor and this, that, and the third, but you ain't single out Dillon and Gabriel. So you didn't tell him to call his dad. You didn't tell Dillon Gabriel to call his people. You ain't saying you ain't got no problem with Dillon Gabriel. They're getting mentored by the same quarterback. They both got drafted. They're both rookies. But it's Shedeur who's the show and who's the problem for listening to Deshaun Watson. But Dillon's cool though. Listen, you do this shit for clicks and likes, homie. And I'm on to you. I'm on to your little shit now. I'm learning about you now, JB. I'm figuring out a lot about you now. You are a clicks and likes type of guy.
Can you tell me who Dillon Gabriel's dad is?
Nope.
So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So popularity matters in terms of like, listen to your dad.
You make zero sense. So Shedeur Sanders has not been a show up to date to this day.
Nope.
So Shedeur Sanders throughout his college career and everything he does has been
in college. I mean, define show.
You didn't listen to my intro then.
Define show. Define show.
I didn't say anything about right now him being a show. I haven't heard from Shedeur Sanders, and that's why I made it clear.
Either.
Y'all didn't listen though. See, that's why I know you don't listen. You hear, you don't listen.
I listen.
I know, that's why I know you in the clickbait crowd thought that I was going to talk shit about Shedeur on the thumbnail. I didn't talk shit at all. I said you need to call your Hall of Fame top 3 playing daddy and ask him, didn't I?
Do you think him and his dad don't talk all the time? Because on one hand, he gets backlash for playing underneath his dad for so long. Can he play without his dad? Can he play without his dad? Now, on the other hand, you want him to call his daddy. Which one is it, homie?
Hold on. Did I say that or not? Why are you changing what I said, though?
I ain't changing nothing.
Because you did. You everything you just said is nothing I said on my intro.
Are you assuming that he doesn't talk to his dad?
Can you tell me who Dillon Gabriel's dad is? I said no, I don't. Okay, so why would you even bring that up?
Because your dad can still be your mentor.
Why?
Your dad was your mentor. A lot of people's dads they mentor. They don't have to play the league to do that.
So again, you didn't listen. So why would I say Shedeur Sanders call your daddy a Hall of Famer, a top 3 player ever to be your mentor, a much better mentor?
Saying that as if he doesn't already have that relationship. He's played under his dad his whole life until now, and a lot of people give him backlash for only playing underneath his dad. And now
who had a better NFL career though? Deshaun Watson or Deion Sanders?
So you're going to listen to one person your whole life and listen, don't get no advice from nobody else.
Who's succeeded in the NFL to date so far? Deion Sanders or
argue
Deshaun
that Deion's
Watson?
the greatest player of all time. You're going to argue that. So it's hard to say. I mean, he succeeded better than a lot of players.
So I don't get why you don't answer.
Deion succeeded more than Aaron Rodgers. So if Aaron Rodgers wants to talk to Shedeur shouldn't listen?
I'm asking cut and dry questions. I'm just asking cut and dry questions. You said, why is it Dillon Gabriel being brought up? Because his daddy's not Deion Sanders, homie. That's why.
Nah, you know what it is? Because it don't add to the clicks and likes. Dylan Gabriel's name ain't sexy enough. That's why you didn't bring him up, homie.
It's really not hard to understand. Like, really. Like, so when you bring up Caitlyn Clark and Reese, is that clicks and likes too?
I don't bring them up at all. I defend them. I've been cooking you all week. It's a short week, but I've been cooking you all week. Some of the holiday.
What is defending them called?
Responding to your nonsense.
I sure don't put Caitlyn Clark on no thumbnail, homie.
Shit. You bring her up.
But anyway, Shedeur Sanders is a show. So what did I lie at? I don't know. You can't answer. So it's crazy how you don't answer, but you bring up Dylan Gabriel. I didn't bring up Dylan Gabriel. I said he's mentoring the room of quarterbacks, didn't I?
And you did mention his name.
Because he's in the room of quarterbacks.
Okay. So to answer your question, you did bring him up.
And he was drafted before Shedeur Sanders, right?
Right.
What's wrong?
So why at the end?
Is that not fact?
No, that is a fact. So that's why, everything you said was cool, but then at the end, you still want to find the time to spend a minute and a half on Shedeur being a show, and you shouldn't listen to him, listen to your daddy.
I didn't mention that.
Why are you singling him out? He just in the room, homie.
I didn't mention a minute and a half at all. I didn't mention a minute.
If I'm in a quarterback room as a rookie or a freshman or however you want to look at it, and there's a vet in there who's just in there helping people out, what do you want me to do? Just run? No, I can't listen to you. You're Deshaun Watson and you got cases. I can't listen. Like, what are you talking about? What the fuck is he supposed to do? Come on, that's not how a locker room works, homie. It's football. Don't worry about all damn massages right now.
That's like asking me what the lead-in should have been with that thumbnail then. You make zero sense, homie. What am I supposed to do? Have that thumbnail and not bring up Shedeur, Deshaun Watson, or Dylan Gabriel?
I don't understand the whole situation. The whole situation was crazy to me.
Why? Because he's a black quarterback? He black quarterback and a white quarterback?
Race. Nope, that's not bringing race up. You have not liked Shedeur since his college days. Let's keep it all the way a bean.
I don't like
You've been anti-Colorado.
I don't like
anti-Shedeur. Anti-Sanders, anti-Coach Prime,
and
anti-all that. So the trend is continuing.
And
okay, so that's the reason. I'm not surprised.
Like I'm not supposed to say no like a bitch. And
never called you a bitch. I never disrespect you like that.
I called myself that. I said, am I supposed to be a bitch?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Am I supposed to say no? Not Deion Sanders. No. What the fuck? I know no shit. I don't like him. I don't like him. He's not very good.
The point is that.
That's all.
That's who you are, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so we're not surprised, myself, D. Jones, the chat. We're not surprised that you're still on this trend of doing this.
Why D. Jones only, you name?
That's just one guy who just came to my mind.
Because he black?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got Sean Waffle and Gene and Ron and all them too that says the other way. So, and Deshaun Watson's not going to mentor my son, homie. If I'm the quarterback, daddy. If I'm the daddy of him, I'm not letting Deshaun Watson mentor my motherfucking quarterback. Homie, you brought up the year he had it. Can you tell me the year that Deshaun Watson was good? Go.
His whole career before he got to Cleveland.
Whole career. So his second year in the league was his best year. That was his last year.
Before he got to Cleveland.
He got hurt, homie, and got traded. What do you mean?
Whole career before he got to Cleveland.
He missed the whole year for the allegations. What are you talking about?
I don't know the exact year. I don't know this career before Cleveland. So whatever that was.
Career, homie. He was second year in the league.
No, how long he did not lead up to 2 years. You're lying.
So he plays 2 years. He goes to the playoffs. He wins a game. He has a
let me look it up.
Mediocre 2 years. Gets the allegations happen. He gets suspended. Gets traded to Cleveland, and then the rest is history. So like where did his career go? 1, 2,
3, 4. So he got hurt 1 year. No, you tripping. Why you keep saying 2 years? That's why I'm like.
No, look at his career. I said his 2 years is when he really balled. He balled for 2 solid years, homie. He had 2 legitimate years where everyone was like, this motherfucker's going to be who he thought he was out of Clemson. After that, tell me what he did.
He played well. He played well this whole time. You got to think Texas was a shit show. He made them at least relevant.
He won a playoff game.
He played well in a system where he didn't have good pieces around him.
He won a playoff game.
People were saying this motherfucker's top 5 Ain't no none of that bullshit you talking about.
Smitty,
They were calling him top 5. That's why this deal was such a big deal, homie.
Smitty, the year that they won a playoff game, he had a fucking squad. What are you talking about? He had wideouts. He had fucking the tight ends. He had fucking backs. What are you talking about? He had a legit O-line. What do you mean? He won playoff game, homie. He was legit. They were on their way to go up. They were on the way, like transcending team.
Because of him. A large part because of him.
They had a team.
A large part because of him, though. That's all I'm trying to say.
There's really no difference between the Texans right now and them. Like they got to
that point. He didn't walk into that. He didn't walk into that system. He didn't walk into
You can argue who destroyed that roster, who destroyed that team. You could argue that too. Right now, it's Deshaun Watson. So let's be real. Off the field antics ruined that roster too. And then Bill O'Brien and all that old shit that happened.
But so how does that? Okay, that's fair. But that don't mean I don't have knowledge of quarterback and building a mentor.
I'm not saying I'm knowledge.
You fucked up before. I fucked up before. Bailey's fucked up. I mean, we don't know shit now.
I never said he didn't know shit. But why are you taking what I said and misconstruing it? I never said that he don't know. He don't have knowledge. I said he's not going to be my mentor. For what? You only as good as what your last game, homie. Not your first game. You only as good as what you've done recently. You showed me who you are, homie. We don't know what you were hiding before that. 24 cases, homie. Show me some smoke where there's fire, homie. You're not my mentor no more.
You're only as good as what you showed me recently. So if that's the case, then there's a lot of vets that shouldn't talk in the quarterback room then. Flacco shouldn't say shit.
Why? Flacco got 24 civil cases he paid off?
No, you said no. Listen what you said. You're only as good as what you showed me last.
You're not listening, homie.
I'm super listening. So
no, you're not. Why do you
only
keep
as
bringing
good as what you showed me last? If that's the case, a lot of quarterbacks ain't played that good lately, including Joe Flacco, homie.
Why are you bringing? I said off the field who he is.
Talking about football, homie.
Why you keep changing the narrative, homie?
He's not mentoring the room on how to get massages. He's just talking about the game, about just certain things about the game that you can learn. That's all he said. And to my knowledge, the article didn't say he's doing one-on-ones with Shedeur. They're saying he's an active player in the quarterback room.
And he said he specifically is taking on Shedeur, homie. Stop.
Huh?
He said he specifically is taking Shedeur under his wing. Stop it. Why you make up your bullshit, homie?
I did not hear that from the show. I read the whole article. That's why I don't look at his headlines. I go in when Betty picked the topics. I go into the article and I read the whole article. You read the headline and it makes you think something. That's the problem.
So Jeffrey Dahmer gets out of jail, comes over and says, I want to teach you how to cook steak, homie. You going to take him on as your chef?
Was he known for cooking steak? Was he known for cooking steak?
Yeah, eating
and Jeffrey Dahmer was eating black people, so I'm not talking to Jeffrey Dahmer because I'm black. You can talk to him probably. You're a white boy.
This guy's off the court, off the field, has been an absolute fucking idiot. So that's what I'm saying. So like, why are you? I don't understand. So you're saying like, oh well, he doesn't have to be off the field. Come on, homie.
So a wide receiver shouldn't listen to Antonio Brown by wide receiver shit.
Not if the motherfucker's psycho. Why would you Remember, you're saying the word mentor, homie.
You said that word. I'm saying we're talking football. We all know shit.
That's what the word is. Mentor, homie. Look, read it. Mentor.
Your fingers in my face. Listen, we all know shit birds. We all know all that shit. Every team has it. A lot of times the best players are those. So all I'm saying is if we're talking football.
He's not no more though. I don't understand. Have you watched him lately, homie?
But JB, you can't throw no more either, but you still know football. You still know quarterback. You can't throw
he's been horrible. He's been horrible the last how many years?
But you don't think mentally he don't know quarterback though?
No, his mentals are off the field. He's fucked up. What do you mean?
Jason, no bullshit.
Stop.
You tell me that you got. If I'm a rookie, you tell me I can't learn nothing from Deshaun Watson on the field.
No.
Okay, well that's where we disagree.
He hasn't done shit. He hasn't busted a grape in a fruit fight. What are you talking about? He's been horrible, homie.
Thank you, D. Jones. Appreciate you.
What year? 2020? He hasn't done shit.
So just in summation, y'all, if you haven't played good in a long time as a football player, you are not allowed to teach the youngest in the room. So that's JB's mindset, and we're all.
I don't get it. Like I don't understand like why he's the mentor, and I don't understand why you don't understand why he's not a good mentor. This guy's a rookie. Like, not it ain't, and he's not mentoring Flacco, homie. So the whole I'm mentoring the room thing is a slap in the face. No, you're not. You're not mentoring Joe Flacco, homie, who's older than you, who's won a Super Bowl. Stop it.
He's being a good teammate. That's all I'm saying. Like,
should have did that 4 years
a
ago.
lot of guys can be hurt and just be like, oh, woe is me. He's in the lock. He's in the room with them.
He's been
being
horrible.
Active, answering questions. He's watching film, giving them little tips. Hey man, you turn your shoulders this way. They might. Like, that's all he's doing, y'all. Like, I get it. Off the field, we don't like him no more. Cool. But he's still on the team. It's what it is. There's 1,000 football players that ain't done shit. You got players that didn't beat women. You got players that did cases, speeding, all type of shit. At the end of the day, we're talking football right now.
So you don't
Football.
care
If me and you was in the locker room right now, we not about to, like, at the end of the day, like, it's football right now. We're not gonna keep bringing that shit up. He's on the team right now. So until he gets cut and released, be a teammate. Is all I'm saying.
It's crazy though how you flip the script on certain shit. It's unbelievable because certain guys could be fucked up and then you wouldn't allow him around you, but then he does all the shit up the field and then he's cool. He could be.
I'm not the Cleveland Browns. They decided to keep him on the team. The cases got settled. The law, democracy did its thing. The law did its thing. I can't control that. They got settled. They got moved on. He didn't go to jail. He's still on the team. It is what it is. They moved on. I'm gonna move on. We're talking about football right now, homie.
Let's use your word. It's summation. If a guy hasn't balled since 2020, how the fuck is he my mentor? Then you compile 24 civil cases on top of that. How is that motherfucker my mentor? That's all I'm saying.
So Peyton Manning's last season with the Broncos looked really bad. So I mean he's not allowed to talk to nobody no more because I'm just saying, like, and I know obviously Peyton Manning, I get it. I know I'm using a bad example, but my point is, like, it just sounds silly when it's like, damn, so I haven't played good the last couple of years, so now I can't teach nobody nothing. Like, that don't make sense to me, bro.
I know you're not micro.
Especially if I'm talking about rookie.
You're not that micro, right? To compare
I'm a rookie. Right? Like, I'm a rookie. I can't learn nothing
right?
of that. That don't make sense, homie.
You're not comparing these two, right?
So Sam Darnold can't teach somebody nothing.
You just said that, right? You're like, all right, I'm not. That's a bad comparison.
Daniel Jones can't teach AR5 nothing.
Oh, AR5 can learn from anybody. He don't know shit.
Okay, these are two rookies. You just hold yourself. Let's move on. Let's move on.
No rookie.
Quarter of the day. Let's move on. Quarter of the day. We good. You fucked up. Let's move on.
You just said AR5 is a rookie?
You said no. I said Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel's a rookie. You said, hold on, stop, homie. You said AR5 can learn from anybody because he don't know shit. I said these two rookies don't know shit. They ain't played a game. That's my point. AR5 has NFL reps and games in. So exactly my point. Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel can learn from anybody because they don't know shit. So I won again. I beat you again. I know. When I get you talking too long, you're gonna fuck up like you always do.
It's actually exhausting because you're so micro that you don't grasp the fact that AR5 played how many games in high school and college?
Something like NFL, homie.
It don't matter. How many games did AR5 play in college?
Versus NFL.
Hold on, homie. That's how micro you are. How many games did AR5 play in college versus Shedeur Sanders playing in college? And you're asking me, yeah, now AR5's been in the league 2 years, entering his third year. Why Daniel Jones can help him? A guy that's been in the league and won a playoff game? Yeah, it's a big difference, homie, but you're too micro to grasp that concept.
So a guy in Deshaun Watson who's been in the league and also won a playoff game and reached higher heights than Daniel Jones from an individual player standpoint with a top 5 quarterback in the league can't teach two rookies who've never played a fucking snap in the NFL? Look how you sound, homie. I'm done arguing with you because, like, you know right now at this point that you're cooked, but you're just scratching and clawing and trying to fight for your life. Right now, I imagine JB in the middle of an ocean, and he's trying to tread water, but he's drowning. He's trying to do whatever he can, but he's drowning. So I'm going to let you just drown.
I don't think you grasp the concept. I'm never cooked.
There's
no
right
such thing. I can never be cooked.
You're
there's
cooked.
No such thing. I don't think you realize that. Like there's no way for me to be cooked.
Quarter of the day, man. It is what it is.
Like
the chat is spoken. It is what it is.
Let me ask everybody. I want to ask a question though. Since I'm Shedeur hater, and that's how. What are you? A Shedeur dick rider? Let's be fair. What are you considered? Like, what do we call you? Prime sexual?
You're talking to the chat, right?
No, you.
Oh, I know you were talking to me. I ain't a dick rider of nobody.
Well, what are you then? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm a hater, you said. So what are you? A prime sexual?
I'm just a realist. I just down the middle. I'm a truth teller.
You're not down the middle, though.
I'm
ever.
a truth teller. I'm a truth
You're
teller.
never down the middle.
I'm a truth teller.
No, you're not.
I'm a
Stop.
truth teller.
Homie.
I'm never biased on any side.
Stop.
I'm a truth teller.
Stop. You're not. You're
Truth
not.
teller.
You're never a truth teller. You're always that way. What are you talking about?
I've said stuff against Shedeur multiple times. I've
No,
said
you
things
haven't.
against Coach Prompt, certain things he did that
No,
I didn't
you
like. But I'm just a
haven't.
truth
Stop.
teller. You
Stop.
like to reach and find stuff to go against them for some reason. I don't know what they did to you. But
And I
you just
haven't.
don't
And
like
I
them.
haven't gave them their flowers when they do deserve them. Stop.
Very rare. We probably can
And
find
it's
two
all-
clips.
So then I'm very
Very
rare over there,
rare.
and you're very rare on that side. Then.
Very rare.
So you're a prime sexual. How much? And then I'm this on what? Hater? Fuck it.
I'm
I'll
actually just defending him when you say bullshit. A
You're
lot
not
of times
defending.
I don't even bring them up. A prime sexual, as you like to call it, someone who always brings them up, always like talk. I don't do that. It's just
It's
you come
only
on
a
the show
hater.
and you say some weird shit.
It's
so
only a
we're
hater
having
to
the
you.
debate.
It's only
I'm going
weird
to
to
defend
you.
it when I disagree with it.
It's
I don't
only
bring
weird
them
to
up most
prime
times. You bring
sexuals,
them up. You're actually the prime sexual now that I think about it because he's always on your mind.
It's only a prime sexual issue. That's what's funny.
He's
Like,
always
it's
on
only
your
a-
mind over some reason. That's weird.
Yeah. What do you mean? You defend it when?
Why is the Sanders always on your mind?
Who?
Why is the Sanders family always on your mind? That's kind of
They're
weird.
not.
now I
They're
think
just
about
always
it.
in the news. They're just always in the news.
Are you the prime sexual in a weird way?
Yeah. They're just always in the news. I don't know how am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I mean, you cover it all the time too. I don't get it. I'm just saying.
I'm not sure.
Always in the news, homie. If they're in the news city, I'm gonna talk about it. But wait up. You asked me if it was a show. But I thought Shedeur wasn't a show.
Huh?
You said Shedeur's not a show. When I said he's a show, I thought he wasn't a show.
I
'Cause
actually
we
said
haven't talked
define the show. You never did.
No, this is what he is. He's a show. What are you talking about? That's why we always talk about him. That's my point. Micro. Quote of the day brought to you by right here. Smitty, learning comes from solving hard problems, not attending classes.
Ooh. So you got to go through it. You got to go through it.
Yeah, hands-on. Fucking hands-on experience. Only way you learn in this life. I've said that forever. There ain't no fucking degree, no paperwork, no diploma. You learn from hands-on, real-life experience, homie. It ain't no goddamn classes. You can go to all the classes you want. Guess what? I was horrible test taker, Smitty. Horrible. I can't pass a test if you told me fucking 2 + 2 is 4 and put it right there. I'm horrible at tests.
Right.
I always have been. And I'm horrible at general basic shit. Like, I bet you my IQ. See, like I'm like I don't know what you call that. Like, I don't know the word. I think I'm above average smart, but then I'm horrible book smart.
Got you. Well, I mean, you're hella street smart then.
I mean, it's street smart, but it's also like I got like intuition. I got all the little senses, spidey
Common
senses.
sense. You got like discernment. You got
Yeah. But when it comes to a book test,
I did
certain
real bad
shit-
on my ACT or whatever. Like I did, but my GPA was high, so I was balanced out.
I'm emotional intelligent. I'm an emotional. I was told by this doctor at KU at Kansas when I was interviewing for the job. They said he said he watched me on Netflix. He was like, "You're the most emotional, intelligent person I've ever seen. How you deal with people." And I'm like, I didn't know what that word meant, so I went and checked it out. He broke it down to me, but I went and looked it up. I'm like, damn, I'm smarter than any human then. So anyway, but I'm horrible at book smart. So I learned from solving problems, Smitty, figuring shit out, turning over rocks. That's why I always say that.
All right.
Contrary to belief, people who are guilty of mistreating you get offended by everything you say. Contrary to belief.
People who are guilty of mistreating you get offended by everything you say.
Contrary to belief. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a deep one right there.
That's the true fact.
You everything you say. Give me an example.
Go back in your time. Go back in your life.
Okay, let me think for a minute.
Tell me somebody who's you found out that was backstabbing you, dirty macking you, whatever, mistreating you. And then when you call him out or do something, he gets offended. And then when you start calling shit out and saying anything, he starts to look over there like, you could tell, like, when a motherfucker burning through the back of your head.
I know what you mean.
Motherfucker offended by everything I say, but you're the one that fucked me over.
Yeah,
it's a fact. Homie.
As
you live life, you'll see that shit is out there everywhere. We already talked about this long enough, Bailey. Let's change that poll question real quick. And I just wanted to ask you real quick, Smitty. Poll question: did the Lakers lose day one of the draft? I mean, of the free agency.
Who they get, man? They got LaRavia.
They got nobody.
They got LaRavia from the Kings.
A backup.
I found out that he actually played high school ball in Indy. He's from out here, I think, but he played high school ball in Indianapolis. He went to Lawrence Central High School, right down the street from where I live at, on the east side.
He's a backup.
But in the NBA, I think he averaged like 6 points. Like you say, he's a backup guy.
It's not too early to say, chat. It's not too early to say because there's only so many centers. They need a fucking center. They have no center on their roster right now. That's just a fact. They have zero center. And you lost Brooke Lopez to the rival Clippers across the street to be a backup who's willing to sign just a 1-year deal. Just the facts so far. Brooke Lopez went to the Clippers yesterday on a 1-year deal to be the backup. I got to ask the Lakers and Jeannie Buss and the whole organization, whoever the owner now is and all that old shit. Let me ask you, did you talk to Brooke Lopez? Because I'm trying to figure out, homie, what in the fuck are you doing? And I got to be honest, Smitty, if Ayton is the only center left, and I've talked to Matt Barnes personally, he's a shitbird. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants him on their roster. There's a reason why everybody's wanted him off their roster. So obviously Ayton has some bigger issues going on that nobody wants him because he's by far the most talented center of this crew, and nobody wants him. He hasn't been signed yet. So I'm just trying to figure out. I just want to know after day one, which was yesterday, did they lose? Yes, to me, they lost because guess what? They signed a backup, Smitty, and lost the starting wing in Finney Smith.
Right.
So you lost Finney Smith.
Right. 3-and-D
guy.
got
a backup and didn't get a center. Like, there's no way you won anything. We know he didn't win nothing, but let's just say you're status quo and you're kind of going with the league. Nah.
You never stay the same. You always get better or worse.
But you got too many holes to fill in L.A.
A lot of holes.
There's not a lot of guys left. So right now you got, I believe, Ayton's out there. And then the Knicks got Clarkson. I thought the Lakers could have used him too. I thought he was for sure coming back home.
Is that official that he's back in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's a huge pick.
They could have used him on the wing. Dog.
He's one of the better 6-man in the league.
LeBron James, let's say he opted in for this whole thing and everybody's kind of questioning if he's on the block and everyone's like, he don't have no value in the market. If all this happens, though, and he does leave, let's say for some reason he's out and bounces his last year, you do realize he's holding that franchise hostage right now because the Lakers can't sign nobody because of that $50 million contract that he just opted into for. And if he were to leave, so he's trying to play both sides right now. And in fairness, it's his first year he's ever done it in 23 years or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
But to do it on your last go around to an organization like the Lakers kind of pissing me off too as a Laker fan. But at the end of the day, the Lakers are in a bad spot. I mean, I don't see anything good coming out of this. And I don't see LeBron wanting to stay. So it's kind of a fucking catch-22.
The thing about it is, if he does leave, he will be traded. And again, here's no trade call, but he has to agree to be traded. So we're going to get something back, though.
Yeah, who you getting at this stage?
We're going to get something, though. You ain't going to trade for one player. You ain't
getting Giannis. You ain't getting AD back. You ain't getting no
but
big
you might get
players.
some depth, though. And we saw from this past season that a lot of times, I mean, the Pacers and OKC, the two teams that was in the final game, they a team that had depth, one star with depth. So we have Luka. We saw Luka could take a whole crew of decent players to the final. He's done that 2 years ago, so we know what he's capable of doing. So we trade LeBron and get some 3-and-D guys, some young guys to run the court with him, get a big or whatever. Like, I think that could still be an improvement for the Lakers. Now, do I think they're going to do that? No. I think he's going to go out in LA. I know we're hearing rumors, but we always hear rumors. I feel like every time his contract is up, where will LeBron go? Is he going to leave? Is he going to retire? Is he going to get traded? So I don't think he's going to get traded. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, right now you got to say the Lakers have lost free agency, and it is early. They could still make moves, but I just don't know who else is out there.
I thought Capella was a good get.
You know who won fucking free agency is the Houston Rockets, and I know y'all don't believe in KD as much as I do. But that's a good-ass team you got over there. You got Clint Capella, who's going to hustle. He plays hard, plays good defense, guards the rim. You get Dorian Finney-Smith, a 3-and-D guy, long, lengthy. You get KD, who's still a walking bucket. You already got that young squad there that was the number 2 seed last year. The Houston Rockets are serious. Serious squad.
So I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, who's the free agent right now?
There's only how many centers left?
Porzingis went to the Hawks. I'm sure I think anybody who's kind of like power forward or center-ish. Let me see. You can pull this up real quick. Miles Turner, technically, because Pacers, I know he wants to stay in Indy, but they don't know what's going on there. So if the Lakers were able to get Miles Turner, that would be a huge get. I'll say that.
And how he ended with Indy, I don't know if they really are fiending for his return.
Right. But I'm saying for the Lakers' sake, he would be an upgrade because they don't have a big.
The problem is, though, Horford's available. He's 40 plus. He's a stretch 5 who wants to take it outside. He's not a rim protector anymore.
Right.
And either is Miles, in my opinion. Miles is another stretch guy, perimeter shooting 3.
But he guards the rim on defense, though. Like, I mean, I think he's number 1 in blocks in our franchise history. Like, he definitely guards the rim, though, defensively.
Yeah, I just don't know if he's at that stage anymore. He sure didn't. He wasn't willing to do it in the playoffs. So I don't know.
Well, the finals. You say the final. He had a bad finals. He had a good playoff. He had a bad finals. I don't know. I'm trying to look around. I'm looking at the list right now. To your point, it's not a lot of bigs left. Not a lot of bigs left. I feel like the only way we'll be able to get somebody is if it's through trade. So it's gonna be slippery slope, man. I don't know. To me, it sounds like this might be one of those just years where it's kind of like a wash. Lakers kind of will make it maybe top 6 seed or something like that, just because Luka's so good. LeBron still has something left in the tank. And they're a decent team, but they're not going to make no real championship run based upon this current roster, if I'm being real. Robert Williams, he's not available. He went somewhere else.
Phoenix.
He went to Phoenix, y'all. I know the chat was saying Robert Williams. He went to Phoenix.
I'm an encyclopedia. I know all things. I just know shit.
You're a bad boy with that right
now.
I
don't watch it either. I just know it because I hear it one time. I'm a fucking savant.
But I take this one time.
Yeah, but but test taking, I was horrible.
We all got our strengths and weaknesses, homie.
Yeah, I think the Lakers are cooked, and I don't know. I'm not sold that LeBron will be back this year. I'm gonna be honest. I think he could be on the move. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Does it? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Business-wise, off the court, he got Bronny is in LA. Like, I just think if this is going to be a last year, you want to move again. And then it's like, do you still want to play with Bronny? So Bronny got to go with you. He got to move. And then it's just a lot. It's just a lot. I don't know. I think LA is the place he wants to be at. His business popping, production companies out here popping. To me, it don't make sense to move unless he feels like he has like a guaranteed, as close to a guarantee to a championship as possible, which is never a guarantee in this league.
Problem is, I don't think the Lakers are fucked, homie. You get rid of LeBron, you got his son sitting there, who's a nobody. Like, he does nothing for the team. So, like, you really have a roster spot of nothing. Seriously, they're fucked.
Well, they expect him to be better this year, though. Like, last year was a developmental year. This year, he's gonna be on the court 3-and-D.
Stop, Smitty.
That's the plan.
You gotta stop defending these motherfuckers.
I'm not defending. I'm saying that's their plan.
Bronny James is not helping the Lakers win a fucking title. Stop. You know that. You won't even argue that. Stop. You're not even gonna argue that today. Don't tell me that. So guess what? If LeBron goes, guess what? The Lakers are fucked. That's my point of this thing. Bronny James is not helping this team out in any shape or fashion. Nothing. No way, shape or form. So how are you going to be stuck with him and LeBron leaves? So your point actually is why I think LeBron will stay, because I don't think you can move Bronny. And I don't think LeBron's bouncing and leaving his son sitting there. I mean, it shouldn't be about daddy ball anymore at this age for LeBron, but you got a son sitting here that you pretty much got in there. So, like, I'm trying to figure out, I don't think you push that hard to get him in there if you leave, right? Like, I don't know. But you need
might be a package deal. You take Brian, you take Bronny. You take Brian, you take Bronny.
To where?
Wherever Brian want to go.
And then who are you getting?
Maybe Brian and Bronny go to Cleveland. Go
so
back
you
home.
sent me, yeah. So you sent me Golden State for Butler and who? Watson or something?
Saw that. I mean, that'd be cool.
I never heard his name.
I take Jimmy, though. I take Jimmy. You know, at least Jimmy gonna play defense. You know what I'm saying?
So
That's
then
an improvement.
That was one. Cleveland was who? Mitchell and fucking.
Pull it up.
Yeah,
these were all just for the audio listeners. These were like a whole bunch of like what ifs, like
these
trades
are
that we had.
Yeah, hypothetical trade.
Hypothetical. I sent it to JB on.
I didn't like any of them. I didn't really like any of them though. Like, not to be like, I don't know, dog. It's just crazy. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be the dog days for the Lakers organization moving forward for quite a while, so? For a couple years for sure. Till this new owner comes in and gets this shit cracking. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, don't worry. I mean, we'll figure. It's gonna happen. I don't know what happens with Bronny. The NBA is in a bad spot, by the way. The NBA is in a bad spot, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh fuck. What do you mean? I know so.
I mean, you have a small market team who just won the NBA Finals. Now, OKC is gonna be like a team that people are gonna recognize now and know. To me, that helps the NBA market and brand grow. One of your smaller teams wins because the big teams will always sell tickets. The Knicks, the Lakers, those franchises are always going to sell tickets. Now, when you get a smaller market team to sell tickets, now you're actually growing the sport, in my opinion. Great NBA Finals. I think we all can admit that. Like, you know, this is the best series we probably could have asked for outside of the injury at the end.
The NBA is pure trash, and here's why. They have ruined. There's no hype of Adam Silver has ruined the draft, in my opinion. There's literally no talk about the draft. If you really go look, Smitty, go do a deep dive on this, because I did last night, and I'm looking at it like, where has been the talk of the draft?
I don't think he ruined it. NBA draft has never been hyped.
You're crazy as hell. NBA draft used to be a real fucking thing. People used to sit out and watch the NBA draft, like sit down and make fucking like barbecue and shit and watch and the NBA draft used to be a real thing. Tracy McGrady would walk out in that big ass old school suit with the baggy suit everyone talks about now, and Kobe and all them. What do you mean?
The problem is college basketball is watered down. We don't have the same star power anymore. Yeah, when LeBron James was number one, it was like, damn. When it was T-Mac, damn. When it was those guys, but we don't have those guys anymore.
But what does that stop you from hyping up the NBA draft? Why are you, the commissioner, doesn't hype up the NBA draft? There's no like big hype about free agency anymore at all. Like,
That's
look at what's going on with free agency? What do you?
NBA free agency's always been the big thing. Now the NFL's kind of took on that trend the last few years, and now they're making big splash trades and stuff like that. But every offseason, it's something. KD went to Houston. Every offseason, something big happened. It's like, damn, this guy went here. Like that'd be the most exciting part of the NBA. Nothing's
happened. Cooper Flag got no hype on getting drafted first. The free agency's happened. It's come and gone already. The free agency's here. Like, where's the push? Tell me where you're seeing a bunch of push about free agency right now.
I'm seeing it everywhere. On my timeline, that's all I've been seeing last 24 hours. This guy went here. This guy went there. This guy went here. Yeah.
Hey, look who they are. They're not this ain't no push.
There are no more big threes no more because of the second apron and the new. So we're not going to see the big three anymore. So that's why you're not seeing like, oh, my God, LeBron, KD, and Steph all together. So okay,
the new CBA in the NBA, and I just want to.
But we did. I mean, Kevin Durant went to Houston. That was a big deal, homie.
I get it, but the new CBA is absolutely fucking trash. And I gotta be honest, the ratings have been all-time low since 1986, lowest. So like, how is that I want to know, how is that? Then you add the in-season tournament, the play-in tournament, which seems to be more of a focus for Adam Silver than the actual league itself. Tell me how there's on the rise.
I think Adam Silver's done a lot of things to try to help improve. I think the end season tournament is to try to add some more important games and more motivation to the players in the middle of the season. I think the play-in, you're basically adding a couple playoff games to the season because these guys play lights out, or at least play they play hard at least because they're trying to get into the playoffs. And a lot of times those individual games are typically rated high, so I don't mind that. And then he added in a rule where if you don't play at least 60 games, you don't qualify for any in-season awards, which he's trying to take away from the whole what's it called when you sit out or whatever and not play, whatever the term is called. I'm having a brain fart. So like he's putting in rules and different things to try to fix the problems that fans are talking about. So now we could argue and say that it hasn't solved it. That's cool. But to say that the effort isn't there, I have to disagree with that.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Load management, thank you.
NBA is horrible.
Turn.
Thanks to Popovich, your hero.
He's a Hall of Fame coach, one of the best coaches of all time, 5-time NBA champion. So you say what you want about him, but again, when you don't like somebody off the court or off the field, you unfairly judge them on the court. This guy's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
No, I know. Show me when I've unfairly graded him on the court.
Point back here.
Tell me when I've unfairly judged him on the court. I've already said he's a Hall of Famer. I never said he wasn't.
Well, let's lean into that. We don't have to talk about all the other shit.
So yeah, we do. Why not?
It's not a political show. Say it for the political playbook.
No, I had nothing to do with political playbook.
I'm not boo-boo the fool, homie.
Homie, he started load management. What are you talking about? Stop, homie. Why are you making it political? He's the one that started the fucking load management. Are you gonna not knock him for that? You're just gonna give him pass? You gonna give him a pass?
It when Tim Duncan was 40 fucking homie.
Answer the question. You gonna give him a pass for that or not?
He did it when they were 38 years old and 40, homie.
You want me to keep politics out, but then you want to bring that.
He didn't do it with the young guys.
Stop, homie. You want me to stop politics, but you want to bring that soft ass shit. Make it make sense, homie. Keep it real. You say you keep it real. You say you're honest. No, you're not. You liar. You're lying.
Don't call me a liar.
You're a liar. You're lying right now.
Do it to my name.
You're lying, homie.
It's my name.
You just lied to everybody right now, live. Fact or cap? You just lied. Yes, you did. You lied. Popovich started load management, and you gave him a pass.
I didn't say he didn't.
Then judge him for that, homie. Had nothing to do with politics. I don't give a fuck.
The guys are old.
I know he's a weirdo fucking
woke. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker. Them guys was 38 years old and that was load managing. 36, 37.
Hold on. Kawhi Leonard was too?
Kawhi wasn't load managing.
Oh, what?
Kawhi wasn't load managing with the Spurs.
What?
He wasn't. It was
you better go do some fact. You better go do some fact.
Tony Parker. It was all the old heads.
You better go do some fact checking, homie, because you're wrong. Kawhi Leonard definitely was. You. I don't know. Were you?
And they were still getting rings.
Wait, were you? Oh yeah, you were
still winning.
You weren't in high school or nothing, right? You were after high school when Kawhi was
still winning.
Wait, Kawhi was in San Antonio. You were not like a little kid, right? Yeah. So I know you watched Kawhi in San Antonio. So you're a liar again. You're lying. Just blatant lie to my face, co-host face. Just lie to my face, looking at me, squared my face too.
I know my co-host, he needs a win right now, so I'm gonna let you have this one, so you can feel a little better.
I'm actually doing 4 things. I'm talking shit on Twitter to some bitch ass. But anyway, go ahead, Smitty. We're gonna move into your realm.
Yes, sir. Biggest topic of the day. WNBA All-Star weekend is right around the corner here in a few weeks in my beautiful city of Indianapolis. And the player voting, really all the All-Star voting came out, and it's kind of split into player voting, fan voting, and then media voting. And the player voting for WNBA All-Star voted Caitlyn Clark as the 9th best guard. A lot of people were looked at that was like, what? Like she was voted number 1 by the fans, of course, number 3 by the media, but then number 9 amongst her peers.
What's the trend there? What do you see? Let's be honest. Be real. You're a real guy now. You said, let's be the what's the trend? 1, 3, 9. And then multiples of 3. What do we got? What's cracking? What do you see going on here?
Hater rate.
So is she the 9th best guard? Not player, but guard. She's the best player in WNBA. I told you I stand correct. She's the best player in WNBA. She's not.
No, she's not.
She's the best. No, yes, she is. She's the best player in WNBA. So she's the different.
And I love You do my intro every day. Caitlyn Clark swinging. I'm a big Caitlyn Clark fan. She's not the best player yet.
She
not
is,
yet.
homie.
Not yet. She's not.
She already is.
She's not.
Based on everything, based on numbers, based on draw, based on ticket sales, based on merch, based on her shoes
She's the
already.
most popular player. She's not the best player.
She's the best thing going, homie. That's
best
all you got to look at.
Popular player.
Period. She's the best player. She's the most productive on a team. She already turned around. Like, let's just be honest. That's who she is. She's the best player. So if she's the best player of the league, that's what bottom line. Who are we going to see? Are we going to go see Caitlyn Clark or are we going to see fucking Don't Sexualize Me? You're going to see Caitlyn Clark. Let's keep it funky. So if we're going to go see Caitlyn Clark, obviously she's the best player because look at the votes. They talk. Why is she the 9th best guard amongst her peers? Like, if that's not the biggest slap in the face, they're going to owe this girl something fierce here in about 5 years when they realize that she's going to leave to go take on Big Ice Cube's deal and say, I'm going to go to the Big Three and I'm going to make a huge splash and I'm going to leave these fucks. And you're going to fucking be regretting it like a motherfucker. All you bitches who hate on her you're going to regret this motherfucking girl leaving. You're going to regret this girl leaving. Watch. Because that's what you guys are. That's what you're being right now.
Stop calling women bitches, homie.
No. They're being little bitches because they can't get their way. They're not getting their way, homie. They're being little bitches.
Word. Nah. You was raised better than that. You was raised better than that, homie. Stop calling them bitches. You know better than that.
I was told to call you by your name.
You know better than that. Don't call a woman no bitch. Stop doing that.
I was taught to call you by your name.
You're getting too loose with that shit. I let you off the hook last time because I was trying to make the show keep it funny. You getting too loose with that. Stop calling women bitches, homie.
You didn't let me off the show.
To be honest, to be fair,
I call her by the name.
Caitlyn has not had the most amazing season in the world. Like, she's missed 7.
Thank you, Dad.
She's missed 7 of the Fevers.
My dad was talking to me from heaven.
To your pops. She's missed 7 of the Fever's 16.
I taught you right.
She's missed 7 of the Fever's 16 games. Number one, off injury. She's missed 7 games. Only played in 9 games. Number one. She's averaging 18, 5, and like 9 assists. But she's shooting under 30% from the 3-point line. So, like, as much as I love Caitlyn Clark, she's playing solid, but she's not balling out right now. Just being real. And she's missed almost half the season. So you got to think from a player standpoint, your greatest ability is availability. And if you're not available, and these other guards are, and they're contributing at a high level for their teams, then shit, I might rank them ahead of you. She ain't the only one. Kelsey Plum, who plays right here in our backyard for the LA Sparks, who's averaging 20 points a game, 5 assists, couple boards. They rank her 16th. Kelsey Plum averaging 25 and then 25 and then 3. She was ranked 16th amongst her players. So it's not just the Caitlyn Clark thing. These players out there on the court, they're the ones guarding these other women. That's how they feel. It might be a little bit of hating, I think, in it, and jealousy for sure. But it's also the fact that she's missed almost half the season. Go ahead, Jason.
So injuries matter. Like, if you get injured and you shouldn't, I get that. We know that. Football, basketball, if you're injured, I talk about all the time, right? You shouldn't be selected moving forward in any type of, I don't know, accolades moving forward, like Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, playoffs, whatever. If you miss those games, you shouldn't be in that selection of what we revere as a great, right? Like, you're like All-Star game should be the greatest players at the moment, right? If they got hurt, but that's part of the game, correct?
Where you going with this?
Why you looking at me crazy, homie?
Because I'm smart, homie. You're not talking to upside down Coke bottle. Where you going with this?
I'm asking a question.
I'm not asking to know where you going with this.
What do you mean? I mean, if you're injured, you just gave me a whole thing defending the injury. Now that's why she got fucked over.
She didn't get fucked over. She's still the captain of her team. I'm just saying.
So then, Taurasi shouldn't have made the Olympic team last year over her, huh? See, you make no sense. Tell me you're a hypocrite, homie. You lie. You're a liar. I just proved it once again. See, you're on this whole same old bullshit that these other motherfuckers is on, homie. Taurasi was injured and got selected to the Olympics over this broad. And
Taylor was not hooping at that point last year.
You didn't say nothing.
Caleb was not hooping at all at that point last year.
All the games she
She
played.
was struggling.
Hold on, homie. No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was. Caitlyn Clark was not hooping at that point in time. It's a fact. She didn't start hooping until after the Olympics. After they had that month off, she came back and started. She was not playing well. Caitlyn Clark was not an All-Star and was damn sure not an Olympic player at the time.
Time out.
She was selling tickets. She was not hooping like that. She had moments. She was not an Olympic player at the time. Stop, homie.
Hold on. Jay Earn, yeah, it does, black man. Yeah, it does, homie. It does have to do with that. Jay Earn. I know you like defending the brother here, but you're fucking wrong because it does have to do with it. It has to do with playing time, minutes, homie. So guess what? It does have to do with it, Jay Earn. Oh, fucking soft-ass pussy.
Why'd you say the bottom line?
Here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line, homie. The truth of the matter is, if you can't say games count and playing time matters, then she should have played last year because I called her what last year? A bust. How was she a bust if she was not playing very well? Then I would have been right. You should have been saying I'm right then. But you said I was wrong. No. You said Caitlyn Clark was balling. She was unbelievable.
Go ahead.
She was unbelievable. And I said, she's a bust. So how the hell can two things be true in this scenario, Mr. Two Things Can't Be True?
Let me go. She was not a bust. That's the problem with you guys. You guys are far right or you're far left. You're far down in the middle. She was having an okay, decent, like for a rookie, it was a decent rookie year. You're talking about the Olympics. We're talking about the best of the best. We're talking about legendary. This ain't no average player going on there, no rookie. Kevin was way too skinny. He wasn't strong enough. Turned over the ball way too much. He had a lot of flaws, but she had some upside to him, doing some good things for a rookie, but not good enough to be an Olympian. Also, Diana Taurasi, let's be real. She got on that team not because her stats were so amazing. It was for her veteran leadership and for her years of service. The same way we talked about Kobe getting that big-time contract last year with the Lakers, it wasn't because he was playing that good that year. It's for his years of service. Diana Taurasi is one of the greatest WNBA players of all time, multiple-time champion, MVP, all that. It was her last Olympics ever. So they put on the team for leadership, experience, culture building, and big-time plays and big-time moments because she's done it on numerous occasions. You're not putting a rookie above somebody like that who's not balling. For you to be like Candace Parker, her rookie year, she was MVP and Rookie of the Year. If she was doing that the same year as the Olympics, Candace Parker would have got to the Olympics. Caitlyn Clark was playing okay, playing decent for a rookie, but not to that level. Not playing like a bust, but not playing like an Olympian. The only reason she would have got picked on that team would be to sell tickets and do good business.
You make no sense because so if she wasn't on her on a path to be a bust, as I said, then you should have been like, okay, now she was an All-Star. She rightfully should have been in the Olympics. She was balling. Like, which one is it, homie? Like, you can't have your.
That don't make sense. You can't have your bust or you're an Olympian.
You can't have your. I said she's not the person you all said she was out of the draft.
So you're either a bust or an Olympian.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying all you guys call. No, wait. She got drafted last year. She came into the WNBA. What was the topic of discussion, homie? Keep it real. Stop moving the goalposts like you say I do.
We said we've never seen a woman player like her style. She's going. She's in a conversation for greatest college player ever. Conversation. Based upon numbers and stats and what she did for the game. And we said she's going to be a hell of a WNBA player. She's going to be that. She had a good rookie year. I'm not dissing. She had a good rookie year, but she was learning. It was, and at the point in which the Olympics started, that was middle of the season. Remember this, JB? The WNBA stopped their season for a month for the Olympics, and then they came back. She used that month to fucking rest, reset, get in the weight room, because you got to think, she went straight from the NCAA tournament. The draft was like next week, went straight to camp, and then boom, she's getting double team, triple team because her team wasn't that great, and she's going straight. So she didn't have no rest. She took that month off, got better locked in, and played way better on the back end of the season. All I'm saying is, at the point in which they were choosing the Olympians for the team, she was not ready yet, and that's okay. She's a rookie.
I'm just looking
at a boss. She just wasn't an Olympian.
If I'm not looking right at you, it's not. I don't mean to do it by purpose. I'm looking up the stats, so I don't have the screen up. Caitlyn Clark was number one overall pick, and then she was the Rookie of the Year in the WNBA last year. Correct? 66 out of 67 votes. So she was a rookie of the year. Clearly, they said she was the best rookie of the year. Our best rookie.
I think she had a good season. She won an Olympian, though.
But you're saying, like,
JB, rookie of the year and Olympian ain't the same thing. I don't understand what you're saying.
No, you can't decide on this broad, homie. Like, it's unbelievable. When she does good, she's the GOAT. When she's bad, though, you just dismiss her. Like,
I never called her the GOAT in the WNBA.
She's clearly the number one reason people watch the WNBA. You admit to that, right?
Duh, it's a fact.
Okay.
It's an actual fact.
You didn't say that a couple weeks ago when I cooked you.
Number one reason, not the only reason what I said to you. Come on, homie. I remember. I all this shit right here.
I said the ratings will drop soon as she gets hurt, and she got hurt, and what happened?
They dropped. And listen, I knew they would drop. I didn't think they would drop as much as they did. That's where we disagreed at, and you were right. I was wrong. Yes.
Okay, so that's fine, but it doesn't make sense then. If that's the case, then how is she not the number one draw, the number one ticket, the number one thing?
Best player. It's different because I
is though.
She's not sniffing Angel Wilson right now, homie. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yes, she is. There's another broad balling more than her.
No, she's not. JB, no, for real, Jason. I'm trying to protect you, bro. This show is live. This is not pre-recorded. So when you say certain stuff, bro, this is a bad look on you and us. It's fucking your brand up. She is not sniffing Angel Wilson. Stop saying that. That's like saying, let me see real quick. Let me convert it to your standard. That's like saying, let me find somebody who boom, boom, boom. And this is that's like saying no. That's like saying
all the men in the DMs and comments that are saying that a woman should coach the men in the NBA. You're bitches.
That's like saying Jaden Daniels, who had a really good rookie season, right? Right now, is the best player in the NFL. Like, that's crazy to say that. Like, that's not crazy. That's crazy to say that.
Let's get back to this conversation because it's 7:05. We got to take a commercial break because we got Steve Kim right out the gate. We got Brett Boone. What
time is Steve coming on?
Right now, probably right after our commercial.
Yeah, I got to move my car. All right.
Well, yeah, we got to tell. He's probably not 7:15 or something. I got to charge my phone. I'm cooking, everybody. I'll be back at 5. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
Streets is saying that a new Otani has arrived in the NBA. That's what the streets are saying. 7'2" Yang Han-San was taken 16th overall in the NBA draft by the Trailblazers. Jansen is the third Chinese-born player selected in the first round, joining Yao Ming, Yi Jianlian. He and his translator were asked about, what he does outside of basketball, and I think his answer might shock you. Check it out.
Hi, I'm interested in you as a person. What are some of your interests, and what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't playing basketball?
Sometimes I sleep, all time sleep, and I like play PS5, and I like eat.
Jason, thoughts?
I can't do it.
Can't do what?
Why is he fucking retarded?
Whoa. We don't say
why is it always a goofy big Asian that just like it's like fucking can't, like, come on, homie.
Seriously. Goofy? It's a new language. The fact that he's even saying that's pretty good. Like, if I asked you to speak fluent Spanish and I had a real Mexican on here, you would sound just like that to them.
I ain't never heard a Mexican come over here and don't speak no English and sound like a fucking retard. Never in my life. I've never seen a fucking African come over here. I've never seen a fucking nobody.
African, they speak English. They speak real English. Actually.
No. Even if Africans they speak their language and they get a translator, nobody eats food. PR3. Like, homie, what are we? Fucking Andre the Giant living in a fucking giant world? Like, what are we? Fucking 7,000 fucking BC, homie? What the fuck are we talking about?
You sound ignorant right now. If I asked you right now to say, if I said JB,
bring a Mexican that don't speak no English and have him translate it. Find a video, homie. I eat food. Like, homie, the Mexican's gonna be like, the regular fuck is just gonna be like, you know, como te llamas you too? And then that motherfucker will be like, I like to eat the food. I like to eat the food. Ese. Like, he's not gonna even come close. I like eat. I play the PlayStation 4. I do the food. Fucking no other English, no other language, homie.
It's Chinese, homie. They don't know our language at all. Mexicans,
you said that about Otani
Mexicans kind of know our shit a little bit.
You said that about Otani, homie.
We kind of know Spanish a little bit. Those are the ones we kind of know our shit a little bit. They got some similarities.
It's always
Chinese language and English language is fucking apples and oranges. They don't know our shit at all, homie. Stop.
I'm so fucking glad Trump tariffed these motherfuckers. I'm so fucking happy that we stopped Texas.
Got my prices high as hell right now, too.
Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Texas for blocking the motherfuckers for buying all their farmland up. I'm fucking so tired. Look at that motherfucker on the right.
You so
Look
racist.
at that motherfucker on the right. Look at that motherfucker on the right. Now fuck all these motherfuckers. I mean, they come over and buy our shit, and then they come over and act like they don't know English.
Chill out on the Asian community.
They lying to you, homie. They know fucking English. The motherfuckers lying to you. They getting over on you, homie. Hey, homie, I thought Otani didn't know English. Remember 2 years ago?
2 years ago. He know it now, homie.
He know it now, right?
My boy F.A. made a good point. He said, stop it, JB. He said, Yao Ming sounded just like this when he first got drafted. Then after a couple years, he learned English. It takes time. If I ask you right now to say a full fucking paragraph in Spanish, you would sound just as stupid as the people you're describing right now, homie.
So hold on.
You sound silly.
I'm going to look that fucking retarded up there.
Say something right now in Chinese. Right now, go.
What?
Say something right now in Chinese. Matter of fact, say this. I like tacos. No. I like chicken and rice every day. Say that in Chinese right now. Perfectly. Why are you typing this shit?
I'm going to get you the real words.
But that's bullshit. So if he could type the fucking real words, he would have said it perfectly too. So you're proving my point. My point is he's learning the language. He's trying to figure out how to say shit.
So he has a fucking translator, Micro. What are you talking
he don't
about?
know how to say the shit perfectly.
He has a fucking translator next to him. What do you mean I can't type it in?
You understood everything he said, though. You understood
What's the difference?
He said no, but
fucking translator. No, the point that you're trying to make that you're wrong in is he has a translator, so I want to get a translator. What do you mean? Why is that not equal? Why is that not fair, homie?
Let's do it. I'm gonna wait.
Fuck, we talking about?
Say it.
Oh,
like
shit.
that.
You can't say it because it's in those fucking, what do you call it?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here it is. I like chicken and rice in Chinese. Okay, translated. 我是熊悠悠 he me fun. Did I sound anything like that fucking goofy retard?
We don't know.
I like PS3.
We don't know.
I like eat. So let me translate it to him in America now, homie. I like Chinese. I like chicken and rice Chinese translation. Okay. Oh, okay. I got it from him. This is him speaking English. That's how I'm supposed to sound that retarded now saying this. Okay. 我应和做为me fun. Fun me chicken. That would be me going over to China and translating that in a retarded voice.
I guarantee if we had a true Chinese man or woman on here right now that could listen to the way you said it, you sound like an idiot to them. So my point is the way that they sound to us is how we sound to them when we're trying to speak their language.
And
you not comprehend that, homie?
Go back to FA.
Are you that micro?
Go back to FA, homie. My FA, you're making my point, homie. Yao Ming is fucking retarded to this day. Are you fucking kidding me? You act like fucking Yao Ming is just all fucking great, fucking influent, smart motherfucker. Yao Ming, they said, was the dumbest motherfucker on the basketball court.
Who's that?
His teammates.
T-Mac ain't say that.
Go ask T-Mac.
T-Mac didn't say that.
Motherfucker, give me ball. I want to air the rim.
What up? What up? What up? Hour number 2, man. Hit that like button right now. We got 20 likes. 20 likes. And we got what? Over 1,000 people here on YouTube. We got 20 likes. Makes no sense.
Was that the best commercial we have now? I actually watched it yesterday. I don't usually go back and watch my shit. That shit was hilarious.
Pretty funny,
Yeah. Well, we got a guy that knows a little bit about the culture.
Okay.
And the co-host of the Whitlock Show, Fearless. The 3 knockdown rule with Mario Lopez. The one and only Korean Coattail himself, Steve Kim, joins us.
Yeah.
Morning. Morning, Steve. Steve, was my Asian translation spot on there? Did you see the I'm going to just say it. I think he's retarded. But the big Asian kid that was drafted, I can't get over this, but you can't tell me that we go over there and learn their language. We have to sound like a total fucking Andre the Giant. Like, come on, man. I'm tired of hearing this shit. Like, learn the language, motherfucker.
Look, having interviewed a lot of athletes with translators, I would rather get a good translation than a bad version, or a guy that struggles with English. Because I actually want to see what you have to say. That was awkward. That sounded strange. I was like, Jesus. Plus the question, I'm really interested in a No, you're not. Just come on. Fuck. He's fucking right.
How many languages can you two speak? I'm just curious.
Hey, Steve. Hey, don't abort the rim. Go abort the rim.
Jason, how many languages can you speak, homie?
Huh?
How many languages can you speak?
Los Angeles is the most diverse city in America.
How many languages can you speak?
No one's ever called Coach JB Rosetta Stone.
So how are we going to judge the next man who's trying to learn it? That's all I'm saying.
Because I already did it for sure. Steve lives right there in the heart of East LA, Lorale.
Well,
and guess
my
what?
office is in East LA.
If Cisco comes on the show and he comes out and says, JB, I need you to speak these words. Como te llamas? Y catorce. If I said those words, I'm not. I'm fucking retard. I'm not retarded, homie.
The translator didn't tell him what to say. The translator just translated what the question was asked in his language.
Why does he sound like
in English, homie?
Why does he sound like a Nephilim?
Because he's trying to
fucking
giant words.
He's like giant. Hey, Steve, it's like he walked in the room, Steve, like, like, what the fuck are we talking about?
The JB fans of this show, I don't know how you defend this cat, man. I don't know how, but I don't know how y'all do it. But shout out to y'all.
Like, seriously, Smitty, like, he walked in the room like a fucking dude. Like, come on, man. Is he a human or not? Holy shit.
I will say this. He still
got
came off
drafted.
better than that guy that let his mom dress him. But, outside of that, it's a low bar.
Let's dive into some football, man. It's a sport that we all love. Jim Harbaugh has been added to a lawsuit against Michigan and a former assistant coach who's accused of hacking into the accounts of college athletes to look for intimate photos. Attorneys claim Harbaugh knew the assistant was seen viewing private information, but still let him coach in the playoff game. Woo-wee. What's going on here?
Nothing.
I kind of read about, what is this guy searching for nudes with the Z?
Right, with a Z.
I don't. That whole Michigan thing should be a 30 for 30 one day beyond Connor Stallions. But look, there's a reason why Captain Pleats Jim Harbaugh said, I'm gone, and now he's a coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. None of this is a coincidence.
And he ain't going to deal with shit. He ain't dealing with none of that shit. Go ahead and sue him. Go ahead and sue him. I mean, fucking Newsom suing Trump and Trump suing Newsom. And we're going to see this shit forever. It's unbelievable to me. I don't get it. But yeah, you're right. He moved on Smitty for a reason. And now they got a backlash there right now he's dealing with in coach. So I'm like, come on, man. This is fucking bad.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm past it. I'm over it. It's like they keep trying to find ways to get Harbaugh in trouble or get him involved when it's like,
is this year two, Steve? Oh, yeah, is this going into year two?
Yes, it is.
So he's been gone 2.5 years now. Like, come on.
Well, really 1.5.
1.5.
Coached them to the 23-24 national title. Last year, they made the playoffs, right? And so,
yes.
But he took the job in January after the Natty.
Yeah, well, Ann Arbor is in his rearview mirror. I think the last thing he's thinking about, especially a few weeks from training camp.
Yeah, and then he's worried. His brother's squatting fucking 500 pounds at 55 years old. So like he's worried about his brother fucking blowing his back out.
Osgood Schlatter, right? No, I feel you on that. Well, it is July 1st, and I saw this this boxing looks like in the boxing space it's a stacked July. Let's pull this card up real quick. I want to pick your brain on here. I mean, I guess any of these fights stand out for you that you're looking to see, looking to cover, Steve? I know this is a job for you, so it's not, we look at it differently. But
July 12th, the ring card with Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda, Hamza Shiraz, Berlanga. That's a good card. And then July 19th, we're doing Boxing Palooza. That's a full day of fights. Bam Rodriguez, one of the best fighters in the world. Then Alexander Usyk against Daniel Dubois. That'll be on, I think, the Zone pay-per-view. And then Manny Pacquiao takes on Mario Barrios. That is a full day, top to bottom, of world-class professional boxing. July is a much, much better and bigger month for boxing. If you think about June, think about the three biggest occurrences. It was Charleston White knocking out the Island Boy. It was Jake Paul, Julio Cesar Chavez, and Keyshawn Davis and his brother trying to fight the guy that beat the other brother. That was the month of June.
That is true. Those were the biggest stories. What's going on? I think I said to JB. I saw, was it Berlanga made like an interesting Instagram post the other day. Who's he trolling, JB? I think I said that to you. He posted that picture of your boy Hall of Famer, that old picture when he had those panties on and those high heels. I don't know why is there like a beef?
Yeah, it was Steve's boy.
Oh, Oscar?
Yeah, is there like a beef going on with Oscar and Edgar, or what's going on there?
Berlanga didn't like it, so that's the go-to card. Post that picture. Not Oscar's most golden moment.
Right.
Ryan Garcia, I think
that was a real picture?
Yeah, that happened. That was way back in the days. Yeah.
2007. Then Ryan Garcia's throwing his, semi-monthly tantrum after finding God and then becoming a mental health advocate. Now him and Oscar are fighting again. It's just, rinse, wash, repeat,
See, I'm so fucked up. I don't know what's AI anymore, what's real. I'm so screwed up.
That was an old story, though, JB. You have to hear that.
I get it. But I'm just saying, nowadays you're all screwed up because I don't know what's the difference between real and fake. It's fucked up.
I hear you on that. But
robots really changing the light bulb and the fucking, I don't know.
I hear you, man. Well, let's move to some college football, man. I know this storyline, we didn't get to it yesterday, but Oklahoma QB John Mateer said that he added a screen time limit to his social media ahead of the 2025 season, saying, in quote, the good is cool, but the good is good until I suck. And then the good is horrible. And those same people that hate me, not actually, but on the field. Basically saying that, social media, it sounds like social media is affecting these players. JB, I'm gonna go to you first. I guess as a coach, you like hearing it from your player. Is this something that is this a good sign? What's your thoughts?
No, it's called fake ass good boy.
Okay.
Don't tell me shit. Show me. Shut the fuck up. Just go fucking. Let me see some cone drills. I'm tired of dealing with this dumb shit.
Wait a minute, coach. If he would have put up him doing the ladder drills, he would have said, well, why didn't you post it? Just do it. I like that. I mean,
exactly.
The court, I think he's got to realize one thing. You basically have jobs on the line, and Venables needs to come up big. Oklahoma needs to have a much better offense. They were bad last year. Injuries at wide receiver. Jackson Arnold was the victim of it. He's at Auburn now. But look, they also brought in his coordinator, Arbuckle. I think that's a very key hire. Jay Knott will give them a frontline running back. This is a huge year. And Mateer, that's the behavior I want from a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, coach, I get it. You don't have to announce that you're not on social media. But I have
what is it? Break this down.
Self-awareness to know fans, this is a very conditional relationship. My thoughts on players is this: if you're good, I like you. If you don't, I think less of you.
Smitty, break this down. What does this even mean? I don't even know what this even means. What does this whole thing mean? What is screen?
At the end of the week or at the end of the day, even I think like your iPhone can tell you like your screen time, meaning like how much time you've been on your phone. Yeah, so it's like a report.
You get a monthly report. At least I do.
Yeah,
with my Samsung.
I think mine is weekly. I think every Sunday they say, "Hey, this past week your time went up or it went down."
Okay, so I want to be
9
clear
hours
now.
and whatever minutes. Or
I just want to be clear. So his phone shutting off. He set a timer where he can't turn his phone on.
No, I think he's just making
I
a concerted effort to say, you know what? I don't need to look at my phone all day. I don't need to tweet all day, look at Instagram. I'm not a social media or content or an influencer. Let me just concentrate on ball. Within 3.5 weeks, these guys will be reporting to fall camp. It's his way of saying, hey, let's focus. Like, look, there are certain programs like Clemson and Alabama, among others, that they tell their players as soon as training camp starts, we're not tweeting or posting. I used to love it when Miami fans, well, you can't do that. And I said, guys, you either think our players are not disciplined and not tough enough, or you think those programs are just tougher. If you have a group of players that just has to tweet and Instagram and do all, you probably got the wrong group of players. All right? That's the reality of this whole thing. Either you're disciplined and tough enough or you're not. There really is no gray area in this.
But the majority is going to be on it. That's the problem nowadays. They're going to have the majority of these cats are going to be on that shit. I thought it shut your phone off until the next day or some shit I didn't know about. So that's all I was saying. Steve, let me ask you about yesterday. We didn't bring it up with you. I wanted to bring it up with you. The BYU quarterback obviously is in a situation. The girl,
Jake Retzlaff.
Yeah, the girl pulled out. She pulled out. He should have pulled out, but she pulled out the lawsuit. Where are you at with this whole scenario? I'm good. I'm a really good friend. One of my best friends in the business is the head coach there. So obviously a lot going on. There's only speculation at this point because nobody was in the dorm room or wherever they were. So at the end of the day, it looks like he got lured into this thing by design, in my opinion. Where are you at with this whole scenario?
Well, I think it puts a huge damper on a BYU's season. I mean, this is a team that was 10 points away from being undefeated. I thought they were going to make a real run for the Big 12. And now, I guess he's just hitting his the transfer portable. Coach, I want to make this, because I heard your segment yesterday. There is an honor code at BYU. You sign it, Coach. You can say what you want. You don't have to agree with it. But no one says, hey, guys, you can't get your dick sucked once you get on campus. No, you know what you're getting into.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
So you either live by it or you're out. That's it. It's that simple, Coach. I don't know why we're saying it's antiquated. No. That's the Mormon religion. These guys realize what they're getting into in Provo, Utah.
Oh, no doubt. I agree. I'm not saying it wasn't. He knew that's what
I'm trying to tell him.
That's why he won't get those Alabama type guys that they've never have, and they've been very good.
They don't try to though. But Coach,
I agree.
They're not trying to be Alabama.
No, I'm with you.
By the way, they've gotten black players in the past. Most of their defensive backs.
Yeah, they got a couple guys right now.
90s, they've had black defense. Now, it's funny. They haven't had a lot of black running backs.
No, one got kicked out.
LJ Martin is black, or he looked like it.
Yeah, they got a Louisiana kid or something. They got a
lot of the running backs have been Samoan, like Visek Kema. All those guys, but they've been able to do it the way they do it. This is their school. This is their culture.
Yeah, I told Smitty yesterday. I said they win with older mission kids that are up front. Usually are older quarterbacks. Usually an older kid. This kid though is a different anomaly because he's a Jewish kid by descent. Now he's out here with this over his head. So now they're going to say, "Oh well, it's an easy get. You're easy get rid of," and that's why I hate that's happening.
I don't know about that. He's your starting quarterback. He might be one of the top 3 or 4 in the Big 12.
I said he was the best. I thought he was the best in the Big 12. The issue I have is like the honor code is the honor code, and my whole thing yesterday was me. I was like, you knew this going in, you signed it. So like I don't understand. There's nothing you could do now. You did it. It's on you. I'm just saying what happens with him with this allegation over his head, because even though she pulled it out, Steve, we've seen this a lot of times. Look at what's happened with Bauer. Look what's happened with Matt Ariza. It still don't matter. It's still a black eye over you, even if she said you didn't do it at the end of the day. It's a bullshit. It haunts us as men every day. I've seen it too many times. This kid is going to get a black eye, whether it's a draft stock.
Oh, there's no doubt. The accusation is there, and it's unfortunate. As for him being the best quarterback in the Big 12, I think Arizona State fans would disagree with that. I think Levitt's pretty damn good. But Retzlaff fits what they do. He's a physical, athletic guy in the +1 run game. Okay? BYU's still going to be very good defensively. I think they have 2 NFL linebackers in Glasgow and Kelly. But when you lose a quarterback this late, I don't know what Kehlani's going to do at this point. I really don't. You can't go to the waiver wire. There are no trades yet in college football. It's an unfortunate situation, you know. So, and by the way, you're right. In terms of like how the allegations are going to affect him, there's going to be a lot of schools, even if he's completely innocent, are going to say, we can't deal with it.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even an NFL thing yet. And that's why I think a lawsuit is going to come into play here, because there's NIL agents now and there's money involved now that there used to never be. So you might not be able to sue BYU because of the contract you signed, but you still can sue loss of wages and other shit that's going to come down the pike here with this NIL stuff. So it's going to be interesting because there's going to be teams that say, nah, can't touch it. Because some schools like Indiana, for one, is a Title IX school. So is Miami. And Title IX in this regard means, and Smitty, I know you know, but like it means if you have any accusation whatsoever when it comes to a SA, assault, or any R word in any scenario, you're automatically gone, and I can't bring you in from another school. So Indiana's out, Miami's out. There's going to be a lot of other Title IX schools that are out and will not take this kid.
Yeah, and look, these are allegations. Like yesterday, I saw on Twitter where Devin Haney got into some things, and I'm like, oh, God. But again, these are allegations. Let the man have his day in court. Sometimes with the way – this is a lesson. Be careful who you deal with, young men.
Hey,
there's a predatory aspect to what is going on in today's society.
Yeah, in Title IX, that's the downfall of it because you're guilty before ever innocent. And here's the problem. Morgan Ellison played for me at Indy on Netflix, who is like one of the best running backs in the USFL now. Big time back, ran for almost $2,000 as a freshman. Ran for 200 yards on Ohio State as a freshman at Indiana and got an allegation from an Australian broad that he R-worded her. Come to find out he wasn't even there. And they still boot you. By law, they boot you, Smitty. And he was innocent on everything. And I brought him into Indy and was an unbelievable freak of nature at running back 6'3", 240. I mean, the guy was a freak. He should be in NFL. And he was held back because of his stock. Let's be honest. And then he left me. He had to go to Southeast Louisiana State or Tech or whatever. He couldn't even go Power 5 because of the allegations. Yeah. So they're just as damning and bad as the act at this day and stage in the Title IX era, but it's fucked up.
It reminds me of when Michael Irvin was set up on something that he didn't do, and that's when he had like the partner of some woman who was with the police officer. They almost got a hitman after Michael Irvin, and then it turned out Michael didn't really do anything wrong in that instance. And then when he's coming out and he sees the media and he points right at him, and he goes, "Same intensity." In other words, he's saying, I want you to write about this and talk about this, how I'm innocent, as much as you talked about how you had already prosecuted me. They don't. Great lines. Same intensity. Oh, that's the playmaker.
They won't. They don't do it, though, Smitty. It's unbelievable. But anyway.
That's true, man. That's true. So we'll see how it all plays out. Moving on to some other interesting news. I don't know if you guys saw this, but legendary Chicago Bears corner Charles Peanut Tillman is now an FBI agent, fellas. I don't know if you guys saw that. Tillman graduated from the FBI's training academy and has been working for the borough since 2018. You said what?
Fed on there is crazy because that's what all the youngsters use as like, oh, he's a Fed, he's an informant. That's crazy. Where I remember Peanut though, Steve. He was a good player though.
He get that ball out, wouldn't he?
The punch out, he kind of created that. He was unbelievable at it. That's good. It's interesting. That's a guy who obviously was probably, I'm assuming, had other plans in life beyond football. And that's interesting. There's been a few guys. I know Randall Hill, former Miami Hurricane, had a long NFL career. He joined the FBI, I believe. Good luck to him. That's all I could say. Good luck to him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this is, but I want to ask you this, though, because I just got to get your facial expression for a short video later on today. WNBA star Nalissa Smith says she's sick to her stomach after unexpected trade to the Aces separates her from her girlfriend Dejanay Carrington, Smitty?
Dejanay,
BPS. Where are you at with this? Who gives a fuck? Are we shitting me? God damn, Smitty. Go ahead and defend it. Let's go.
I'm gonna let you and Steve talk about it first. I go in there.
This league.
I can't wait to hear Steven Whitlock on this one. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know what to really say other than you better be a pro. If you feel that bad about it, just retire. This is a strange league. It's a strange league. The whole culture of it, the people that cover it, the people that coach it, the people.
Did you see it? You see Caitlyn Clark got ranked the 9th best guard
by the players, right?
Yeah, by the players.
Well, like I said, this hating ass Shaniquas.
Hating ass. Smitty even defends Caitlyn Clark on one side and then says she's overrated on the other.
Well, she hasn't been great. I've never called overrated though. She has not been good this year, and I've said this with Whitlock. You better toughen up, young lady. Welcome to life in the big city.
So wait up, Smitty. She got soft?
All I'm saying is she missed 7 games this year. She's only played 9. She's averaging 18, pretty much 9, and I think like 6. Stats are cool, but she's also not shooting well from the 3-point line. She's under 30%. So it's a decent season, but it's not like top of the league season, which is why I keep telling JB, no, she's not the best player in the game right now. She's not even top 2, top 3. And now, but is she the 9th best guard? No, that's a stretch too. So she's probably closer to like the top 4 guard in the league.
They hating because Taurasi got in the Olympics. She was fucking never played last year, and she got in over her.
Yeah, but I think that was kind of like an emeritus award. It's a little.
Thank you, Steve.
I mean,
that's why I like Steve. Steve come on here, and Steve is just even. Steve is a truth teller for the most part. He's come on here to tell you the truth. He's not trying to show no emotions on either side. He just comes in and tell you the truth. And that's what I try to do. That's why we agree on a lot of stuff.
When Whitlock says she's like the most important basketball player or compares her to Jordan, I'm like, it's right, Pushback. Jordan was a tough-ass son of a gun. Caitlyn is a little dainty. And I'm like, Caitlyn, I get it. You better change your mindset here. You got to get a little mean. You got to get a little tough.
My original take on her might be kind of leaning towards my Mahomes. I've been right the whole time, huh? Yeah.
What? That she's a bust?
Man.
Well, no, it's slightly overrated. Maybe
she ain't no Lisa Leslie.
I saw the Bad Boys yesterday. That 30 for 30 was on, and the stuff that Jordan was put through with the Jordan rules. Look, he had to really. I think he had to toughen up. He had to bulk up. He had to change his mindset, and Pippen had to be.
Remember, he got in the weight room. Remember, he had to go in. He said, "I'm gonna get in the weight room."
That's the greatest. That's one of the great lines of the Last Dance when they lost in '90. The next day or that night, he told Tim Glover, "I'll see you tomorrow. We begin training tomorrow." Did not take a day off. That's why he's the greatest who ever lived. Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Kobe's better, but let me ask you something real quick.
Not at basketball, he's not.
Let me ask you this: when it comes down to this whole NBA stuff. And I know we're waiting for LeBron to leave, but so we could be Laker fans again. They lost yesterday tremendously. They still didn't get a center. Not that we care anymore.
Nobody wants to play there for a reason.
And he's not. And apparently rumors are that nobody wants him either. The Lakers are in a fucked up scenario here because they got his son too if LeBron decides to opt in and leave. So they're in a bad spot here, by the way, thanks to Jeannie Buss. But she's a great woman.
Old Freda Buss. Freda Buss. Wow.
Great. She fucking ruined the Lakers. I don't care what anyone says. That's why she sold
it. She got a ring.
But let me ask you this. But you said it didn't count. It was a bubble ring.
Sure, but she got a ring, and it does count. They don't hold the same weight, but she got a ring.
I got to ask you a real macro question of this whole NBA thing real quick. I know we hate talking about NBA, but this is what it is. The Dallas Mavericks sold. Mark Cuban said, I'm getting the fuck out of here. The Lakers sold for an all-time high $10 billion. Charlotte Hornets sold. Portland Trailblazers are on the block right now selling.
Really?
Timberwolves, I think, too, right? A-Rod and them?
Yep. There's no way that that's good for the NBA, Steve, all at one time. I get transactionally things happen and here and there. We've had teams sell. We've never seen 4, 5, 6 teams sell at one time. There has to be something going on, right?
That is interesting. I didn't realize that many teams were on the block.
There's more than that. Boston sold last year.
Yeah.
So you telling me you win a championship and sell immediately? What? Something's going on, and I didn't know if you had any insight.
No, I don't. I maybe they don't want to pretend to like basketball or the NBA anymore either.
So using your smart brain in encyclopedia-esque way, what is your assumption on why you would sell 6-7 franchises all at the same time? Do they see that what's coming is going to be harder to sell teams in a few years because the ratings are bad?
Maybe they kind of see like, okay, this is as good as it's ever going to get. There will now be a point of diminishing returns. But I can't ever remember any league, and I don't mean like the USFL when they were struggling and teams were folding, when this many teams were on the market at one time. That's interesting. Huh.
And then you got guys, and like I see, like I've been getting text messages from other people in other sports, and they're like, man, this NBA, CBA is ridiculous. The amounts of money they're getting for the amounts of games they're playing.
Coach, here's the thing. If Jason Williams, and I want to talk about that. If you want to play lesser games, let's completely rip up the CBA and let's have new terms. You feel that strongly about it. If I'm the owners, I'd be like, okay, let's come to the table. I have a question for Jay Williams. He went to Duke. He's pretty smart. So he said, because this is the fastest pace of play since the early 70s, right? That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. How many Achilles injuries did they have back then?
I don't remember any.
I don't even think there was such thing as Achilles injuries.
That's what it made no sense because just because the ball changes possessions doesn't mean it's a pace upgrade. It's not like I can see if the NFL interception and the offense is already taking the snap on the other side. No, they come off the sideline. And the change of possession doesn't mean pace.
Well,
like they shoot a 3 from 40 feet, Steve, and then the defender turns around and he has to take on the other 40-foot shot. It's not like they're sprinting like Showtime Lakers.
And I love when they say, we got to shorten the season. Hey, buddy, no one plays 82 games anymore. They've already done that. That's already happened. You travel in first-class amenities. You stay at 4-star, 5-star hotels. I don't.
Gimme, Steve.
Bargain back games out or 4 games in 5 nights. You're not doing what Dr. J did. You're not. Coaches aren't even allowed to coach you anymore. No one's running a Pat Riley camp anymore. I don't get this.
Jordan, the best player, played 82 games how many damn times? Like I'm tired of hearing
most of his career. The other thing is, I'm glad guys like Kevin Garnett are stating something that they don't talk about. You have to actually push your body to a threshold, a certain limit to toughen it up.
I don't get the rationale. Like, I don't know. Jay don't know that? Well, he didn't make it really.
And then I think that Tim Glover actually said, and I'm assuming this was a real quote, you should actually lift some hard free weights. It just can't be the bands. And I like the bands. I like doing, but if you're an NBA athlete or specifically a professional athlete, you actually have to create some armor in terms of lean muscle mass.
Yeah.
And I look at some of these guys, the way they're built, I'm like, bro, get some Joe Weider protein powder or something.
Let me ask you this.
Or better yet, snack.com, K9 Kim for 25% off all the greatest products in the world today. Once again, K9 Kim, 25% off. But guys, these guys look like olive oil after a fast.
Let me ask you this. This is the issue. We're just common sense thinkers here. If I go into the game and I know year to year now it's changing and we're shooting now, everybody's a shooter. Right. Why the bodies look like they do? Because they don't care. They don't need to get in the weight room to get a little nudge off to hit a 3 to create some space to hit a 40-foot 3. That's why they're the greatest shooters ever, but that's all they do now. They're not worried about getting in the block and getting weight room. There's no Anthony Mason.
Hit at the rim. They're not getting hit at the rim. I mean, those bad boys, I can tell you, that Bill Lane Beer, what a dastardly.
Is there a one Alonzo Mourning looking motherfucker out there? Is there even a Dwight Howard out there? No.
Well, by the way, the next time you get the Chief, Robert Parrish, back on your show, you got to talk to him about the time that when he just blindsided Lane Beer in Game 5. I mean, he just karate chopped him. Oh, it was such a cheap shot. It was great, though. It was great. But anyway,
Hey, Smitty, why do you think all the NBA teams are selling at the same time?
I mean, it's interesting. I think what Steve said, as far as, they might feel like this is the peak. They might feel like this is the point in which, like, hey, I don't see us going too much higher than this. That's the only thing that can really come to my mind. Other than that, I mean, you think about business, that's typically when you sell, right? When you feel like you're at their peak, or you feel like there's about to be a downward spiral.
I didn't mention the Phoenix Suns sold just last week. So, let me ask,
I didn't realize all these things until you were saying. I didn't realize either that it's all happening around the same time. It's definitely interesting.
Let me ask you. So I read an article. They said the Houston Rockets were the first team to get ahead of the curve. They saw that the decline was starting to happen. This was what this guy wrote, and I'm going to show you right here. But it said they sold in 17. Then the Brooklyn Nets sold in 19. And then after that, there's been a trend. The Brooklyn Nets, then there's the Charlotte Hornets in 23. Then the Bucks just sold last year. I forgot about the Bucks sold last year. The Minnesota Timberwolves, Smitty said, Alex Rodriguez's crew.
Yeah.
The Celtics win a title and sell. The Mavericks sell. Cuban gets out. The Lakers just sold. Like, dog, something's going on. And now Portland is on the blocks. Portland just put up the franchise to sell.
Well,
so I'm just telling you, it's going to be interesting. Maybe it's because there's a guy that got drafted yesterday, Smitty, or Steve, or the other day. I don't know if Bailey has it, but he had fucking lipstick on and a fucking woman's blouse. Maybe that's why. Maybe the guy with the polka dot nails selling fingernail polish, maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I'm not a very smart guy, but I'm just a macro thinker, kind of thinking ahead. Yeah, that's fucking masculine. I want to see him at the rim. I think
could it also be that some of these other rich folks are looking at the league and they feel like it's actually is at a spot in which they're about to grow. They just signed new contract, new TV deals, NBC, all this stuff. So you got to think, the teams are getting sold, but that means they're getting bought too by somebody else. So if you're the buyer, you're thinking it's two sides of this thing. Is what I'm saying.
Here's what it is, though. Individual sellers are selling to collective buyers. Nobody's buying it single no more.
Yeah, they're all corporate now. They're all
corporate now. So there's no investment like by one person losing his ass, Smitty. There's like that now. There's corporate guys. Look, Alex Rodriguez went in there with 8 billionaires.
Low risk, right? Yeah.
Who's that guy right there? Whatever his name is. Anthony Mason is rolling over in his grave.
Like, I can't even play that guy. If I had to go out and see this guy in the block, I can't even go. I can't even play this guy. There's no way I could go against this guy. And then the guy comes out with the polka dot nails, and Smitty knows every single color he has, which is a fucking appalling.
He got Ricky Red. He got Beijing Blue.
How do you know the names?
He got Persian Pink, and then he got Yukon Yellow or something like that. He got the whole nail. Here you go. Jared McCain, Sixers star.
All right, Steve, let's cook Smitty real quick. Last thing before you leave. The Knicks are seriously fucking entertaining interviewing Don Staley. Please give me your take, because I'm getting all the beta males in the comment section on Instagram and Twitter.
Keep it fair, Steve. Keep it fair. No emotions, Steve. No emotions.
I hope it happens.
Just resume.
No, because I want to see it.
You can't equate the same resume.
I'm talking to Steve, Jason.
I want to see it. That's like I told Whitlock yesterday I want to see it. I want to see this social experiment, because the number one phrase that'll be used by a lot of these players under their breath, if this actually happens, will be, Bish, please. Oh, I cannot wait to see this. Please let this be. And while you're at it, New York, you know what? Go ahead, elect Zoran Mamandi. Let it all go. And you know what the phrase will be in the NBA for any free agent? If this happens, Escape from New York. It's more than just a movie.
Kurt Russell?
Snake Plissken. I'm just let it happen.
The price is white.
Happen.
The price is white. Price is white. Do you know that? What is it? What's the term? Sharia law or Sharia or what is that shit?
Sharia law.
Sharia law. They'll beat the shit out of a broad right in Times Square if she gets out of line. That's their thing. So I'm tripping on how you're going to hire a woman coach.
Well, that's funny. A trans for Palestine, and I'm like, you people should go there with that exact same sign.
They'll kill you right on the Times Square.
Just please, just do it.
It's so ignorant. I don't understand. But anyway, I can't wait. I want to see this guy who touched the rug 5 times a day and then goes and has speakers put out in Times Square with the Muslim hoorah. And now we're going to hire Don Staley in New York. Jalen Brunson probably just can't fucking wait, Smitty.
I mean, nobody at that level of men's athletics wants to be chirped at by a female. That's just the reality of it.
Let me ask Smitty something, because he had,
that is the truth.
I'm
just telling you, the phrase would be, "Bish, please." I'm just telling you.
Smitty said the only way he'll play for her if she was qualified is what his term was. And I said, well, the most qualified is like the greatest woman's coach ever is a man. Gino Auriemma. But anyway, I wanted to break this down. Smitty, you and I cannot walk into a female locker room, can we?
What do you mean?
No, just say it. We can't. We can't walk into a female locker room.
If I'm the coach, like you just mentioned.
No, you can't.
If you're Gino.
No, you can't.
You say he never goes in the locker room ever?
No, I'm saying in crunch time, like when shit happens, we can't go in there, right?
Yeah.
So why should she be allowed to go into a men's locker room? I'm confused because they don't want us in their spaces, bathrooms, all this other shit, right? But now you're letting them in bathrooms, obviously, in certain places.
But you just mentioned the greatest women's coach is a man who goes in the women's locker room. So I'm just a little confused on your. I'm just a little confused.
No. They do not want men in women's locker rooms.
But why does?
I'm saying we're not talking about. I'm talking about like period. We're just talking about when does he talk?
Okay, I'll make sure we're on the same page. Of course.
Pre-game and post-game. Pre-game and post-game. Gino goes in there, right? Or they come to him.
Halftime.
Yeah, she's gonna walk in there and what? See nuts swinging in the shower. Have a great conversation with fucking Towns. Come on, homie. Stop reaching.
I mean, to be fair and accurate, that's not her preference. But I'm just telling you, the talent differential, and this happens to a lot of coaches. Happened to Patino when he came back to Boston, Coach Cal when he was the New Jersey Nets. In the NBA, she will not have that talent disparity on her side. And now you're dealing with the dynamic of her coaching men. I'm just telling you, Smitty, we cannot be naive. I would say a large majority of professional athletes who are men, they don't want to take directions from they barely want to take directions from a man. They really don't want to take directions from a woman.
That's what I'm saying. They're already looking at Thibodeau and barking back at him. Come on, man. We're trying to put a square box in a round hole here.
I'm just telling you, the team slogan is going to be "Bitch, please."
What do you think the percentage is? What do you think the percentage is, Steve? 98% of men don't want to play for a woman. 98 professional.
Oh, that low? I was thinking like 99.984. But all right, I'll go with your number.
Well, you are Asian. You are Asian. You're better at math, so I would give you that. I'd give you that. Maybe we are 99.9.4. I would agree. I don't see it. We're trying to put a square box in a round hole. Like we're making.
All I'm saying, she's a 3-time national championship level coach, amazing record at which she is, Hall of Famer as a player. All I'm saying is, from a qualification standpoint, from a coaching standpoint, I think she knows the game. Basketball is basketball is basketball. Yeah, they're more athletic with the men, of course, duh. But basketball, running the plays, the motions, she understands that. That's all I'm saying. So
why isn't Gino getting interviewed?
I don't know. Does he
not
want to
do that? I mean,
yeah, he don't think he wants to.
I want to see this.
You know what I want to see? I want to see, because I don't believe it'll happen. I don't believe.
Yeah, all they said is that they interviewed her. Last storyline I saw is that Mike Brown is going into his second interview, and he's most likely to be the next head coach. So this is a non-story problem.
I like Mike, but he's a beige spot on a beige wall. You were better off sticking with Tibbs.
But y'all complaining though. So it's, on one side, y'all don't want to go with the same old guy, Tibbs, Mike Brown, recycle. But then they go interview somebody else who's completely outside the box, and y'all don't want to go that route. So
I would have kept Tibbs.
I never said get rid of Tibbs. Yeah, I was a Tibb guy. Here's the issue. The guys, Smitty, you're making the point though. They couldn't take hard coaching, but now they want a female to coach them. Like, come on, homie. This doesn't even make sense.
No, they can take hard coaching. The problem with Tibbs is that he has a 6-man rotation and he fucking plays them to death.
It's always something. Yeah, it's called tough coaching.
No,
right?
but I'm saying no. But this is Tim's whole career. Tim's a good coach, and everybody knows that. But he never gets to the biggest game because he kills his players.
Well,
that ain't nothing to do with being soft. This is his resume.
You got 1,000 games off. You got 1,000 games off a year now. Fuck.
That is true though. You do load manage though too.
Play hard.
The Knicks don't load manage. The Knicks don't load manage.
Hey, JJ Redick played the motherfuckers every goddamn minute,
and they lost.
You know why? Because he knows it's playoffs, Smitty. It's time
and
to
they
go.
Lost.
We had 40
and
games.
And he got
off.
criticized.
Hey, AD, you missed 40 games this year. I think we could.
And he went on the team.
Or whatever. You know what I mean. Load management.
And he went on teams, dude.
Still load management, Smitty. Stop.
And they lost. To prove my point.
That's my point, though. It's time to go, Smitty. It's playoffs. Like, I don't get why we're giving these.
In the playoffs, you shorten your rotation. You do. If you
do, but it's not like Tibbs. Like Tibbs would damn near just keep his starters in almost the whole fucking game. Like this is a known thing.
Well,
from the player, I'm just being honest with you. I'm saying he's always been that way to where he's a hell of a coach, but at certain point, it's like, damn, like you can call me soft or whatever, but you need a rotation.
He does grind his guys. I mean, I guess he's a modern day Pat Riley. That's what Pat Riley did.
But the difference is Pat Riley won.
Yeah.
Oh, he had Magic too.
Tibbs hasn't won. Tibbs had D Rose. Tibbs has had some good teams. He gets close, but he hasn't won.
You're gonna rob Peter to pay Paul. You're gonna go get a guy. Let's say they go get Brown. He got into it last year in Sacramento by pushing guys too hard. And there's a video out there, him and what's his name, their best player getting into it, and the player gets traded to the goddamn Spurs the next week. But now you want to hire that same type of guy? It makes zero sense.
My brother's a good coach, though. My brother's a good coach.
So he ain't bad. Okay, so what has he done that Tibb hasn't? This is stupid. This is dumb. It's an enabled society, and we're not enabled. Gimme. SGA just signed a $285 million deal. He should play every game, every summer game, every Olympic game. He should play every fucking thing, PS5 and everything.
He's an NBA champion. He's the MVP of the year. He's the Western Conference MVP and the NBA Finals MVP. I think he's earned every fucking cent.
Yep, one time. So
what are we talking about? He brought the first championship ever to OKC. Stop it. He's getting a statue out in the front.
I'm not saying he's not.
Well, I'm saying, like,
he just gets
prime example. You always lean negative. You always lean negative. You always lean negative in any situation. This guy just checked off every box you want your leader to check off.
He just getting started, though.
This motherfucker better play everything. Like, come on, homie. Clap it up for him. He earned every cent of that. He did everything.
Is he going to get tariffed because he's Canadian?
I don't know, homie. He did everything.
By the way, those seem to be working out okay.
Yeah, they're working better than I thought. Everybody thought. Remember, Steve, you on Whitlock?
My life is the same. I don't know
what's watching it later. Talk to you guys Thursday.
Hey, the 19th,
Boxing Palooza.
Del Taco, maybe Barstow come back.
No. I'll be at your place. I'm not going to Vegas. I'm done. I'm good.
You ain't going to Vegas?
Vegas shit show right now. It's a shithole.
No, I'm boxing. I got other fights to watch. There's but there's the Alexander Usyk Dubois fight. Then you have Pacquiao. Then you got Bam. I want to watch all of them.
Is that their second fight?
Yes, they rematch. It's the rematch of the 23 fight, which was pretty good. There was some controversy over a borderline blow that may have been low, may have not been. But Dubois has rallied back very nicely. I think he's a top 3 heavyweight, big bone, raw puncher. I think it's a real fight. There's going to be about 80,000 people inside that venue. Bam Rodriguez, I actually saw him a couple of weeks. Coach, I forgot to tell you this. I was in the Moreno Valley Mall about 2 weeks ago because I had to go to the RGBA, Robert Garcia's brand new spanking gym.
They got a mall?
To talk to Bam and Robert Garcia, got some interviews done. I had no idea that mall was that big. That thing is spacious.
Huge mall.
Wait. Moreno Valley has a fucking mall?
The Moreno Valley Mall? You know about it. It's about 5 minutes from your house.
Hold on, Steve. That place there's no mall in there.
Want to bet? I was in there about 2.5 weeks ago.
So what? I mean, I get there's a building there, but like, what is it? Like 8 stores?
No. Most of them are actually open. I was disappointed though. They didn't have an Orange Julius. I wanted one of those. But anyway, I get it. They have store. They have also. That's one of those major malls. It's like all these guys. I almost got lost in there.
I would have known that. I don't go.
It's right down the street from you, homie.
Right down the street. I was gonna drop by, but then I had to get going. I had some stuff to do. I think you might have been on the boat.
Like
but
3 minutes away.
Robert Garcia's new gym, and I had to go talk to Bam. Had to do some other stuff, but that's a
Yep, it is. Yep.
Hey, Roy lives that mall. Roy, that mall can't be good. No fucking.
It is. It's not
That's a great mall.
Actually has a crunch
Smitty
fit
ain't never
in
even-
there. So
I drive past every time I come to your house. I drive past the reindeer and I drive past that mall and I turn left right there on 4257 Marino Drive Lane. And
it's not a dead mall. I'm telling you, it's got some life to it. And then the Robert Garcia says they get a ton of traffic.
How many people were in that motherfucker, Steve? 20?
No, hold on. I came on a Tuesday afternoon, so it's not like it's Christmas, but there's traffic. There was people. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you Thursday.
All right,
already said. Appreciate you, Steve Kim. Great information, especially at the end. Love it.
What
Hit that
happened?
like button, subscribe.
What happened at the end?
Just great information they got thrown out. He's just encyclopedia.
Do
Knows
you go
everything.
to malls still?
I mean, if I need clothes, I might go twice a year. I'll go to like specific stores or whatever. I'm not like going to the mall. Like, you know what? Every now and then, I'll take it back. Every now and then, my homie will drive out to like the little what's it called? The little outdoor little malls. Like it's like about 40 minutes out, but it's like cheaper stores where you get like, you know, wholesale price and shit like that.
You mean outlet?
The outlet mall, yep, little outlet mall. Sometimes we'll go there every now and then.
Where? Which one?
The one like if you headed towards Palm Springs, so if you headed that way.
Oh yeah, that's out by me.
Yep.
Talking about Cabazon.
Yep. Cabazon.
Cabazon's cool. You walk around outside, eat, whatever.
Yep.
It's not far from me. Not too far from me.
Not too far at all from you. That one on the mall Steve's talking about.
You know, there's a cool one by you though, right?
I think I've been to that one too. I think too.
In Commerce.
Yep, I've been to that one too.
You need to go there. I mean, that's actually cool too.
I've been to both.
But that's close to you though.
I've been to both.
Yeah, I wouldn't come way out there for that same shit.
I've been to both. I think that the one time that I went to the one near you, the one I think we were already headed out to Palm Springs anyway. So we went out there, stopped, boom, boom, boom. I think we usually go to Commerce actually.
You know, Palm Springs was rated the gayest city in California.
No, I didn't know that. But Palm Springs is a cool place to visit for like the weekend. You get an Airbnb, great pool. It's always gonna be burned up hot. It's a great spot to go to for a weekend. I might do that sometime in July, actually.
Really?
Yep. I got 2 weeks off from Fox. I don't know what we're gonna do here. I mean, we still do the show every day. That's cool. But I'll just do it live from wherever I'm at.
Remember that? Remember I dove in the pool?
Yeah. That was dope.
Where was that at? Damn, it seems like it was 10 years ago.
That was at an all-time high when like our show was at its peak. He was at your boy house in Arizona.
Pat's?
Yep.
Nah, but I dove in that pool. It was at an Airbnb, I think.
You might have been in Palm Springs yourself for some reason.
It was Palm Springs.
I can't remember. You know, I think your house was getting renovated or some shit.
Yeah, that's right. Damn,
Yeah.
that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, homie, on the Dead Homies. Yep.
Damn,
that's crazy.
I dove in that pool, homie. And that shit.
We said they sent $1,000. You're gonna jump in, and they sent $1,000.
Did they?
In like 5 minutes. Yep.
Damn.
So a lot of time when you do like theirs, they will pay for you. Like for you to do that, we probably get $10 today.
Like if I jump off the boat into the water,
yeah, they'll probably get $10,000 if you do it live on the show
and like grab a dolphin or something.
Yeah. The crazier shit you do, the more money you'll get. You know, like if you told people right now you would chug a whole liquor bottle right now and it's one drink, they probably give us $2,000 for it. The fans like to see you do stupid shit.
This guy right here, all he does is bitch. Why are you a member of this show?
Yeah, member. I just let him make comments, and I just don't.
It makes no sense for Smitty to talk about Joy. You fucking idiot. He works with the lady. Like it's not a hard concept, to be honest. It's really not a hard concept. But
that's my homie too, by the way. So.
Why don't you go to another show though?
Yeah,
I don't understand. I don't get it, homie. I don't get it. Why don't you go to another show instead of bitch and moan like a bitch? Because you're a straight bitch. You sound like a bitch. So why are you still bitching like a bitch on this show, homie? Why don't you go to another show, bitch? I don't understand. Like, I'm tired of you bitches always bitching. Like, I'm trying to fucking figure it out. Little big man, bitch. You're a little bitch boy. I don't get it. You're a member like a bitch. Only bitches become members and then bitch. Holy fuck, homie. I never seen a bitch-made motherfucker do what he does, homie.
But look,
Like,
I told you, these weird motherfuckers, they like when you do what you just did.
No, but hold on, though. This motherfucker really wakes up in the morning to come in here and all he does is bitch.
He been typing at the whole show. I just been ignoring it. The whole show for 2 hours straight.
Damn,
Literally.
homie. Like, go get some pussy, bitch.
But now he's telling you thank you. He said, thank you, coach. Give
He's
it to
a
me.
bitch.
Bring me
He's a
the
bitch. That's
He's
what bitches
masturbating
do.
to you cussing him out right now.
That's why you don't have no profile picture. It's always the same motherfucker. He's the bitch-ass, naked fucking queer that was walking down in New York with the titties showing and anti-Trump and all that shit. That's him, anti-American bitch.
There's another bitch in here, too. This one right here, Pac-Man.
All this motherfucker
He
does.
one of the biggest bitches in the whole show. Every day, come here and just talk shit about Smitty the whole entire show. He's the biggest bitch. At least he got his face on there, though. But he talks shit on here. If he saw him in person, wouldn't say a word. Probably want a picture.
He a brother, too.
He's a bitch brother.
Can't be
He
a
no
thought.
brother. Look at him. Look at his face.
I thought
He
you
no
can't
brother.
be
He's some other shit.
I thought you can't be a bitch brother.
He ain't a brother.
He said he black, homie.
He's some other shit. He a bitch.
He said he black.
I've never seen another grown man go into somebody else's show who makes money and talk shit the entire show about the same person the entire show. Get off my dick.
And tell your bitch to come here. Mike Faraday said, little big man is the worst. He's a perv. So he must be saying some perverted shit. I don't know.
Might have to get him up out of here then. I know you remember, but shit. Lose one, get one.
We only got to take so much, like, hate. We already have enough hate. I give enough hate. We don't need to hear from you. We entertain. Why you motherfuckers always got a bitch? I don't get it. I don't understand. Mike Bunny, shout out. Been a member for 36 months.
Shout out to, yep. Everybody's saying ban him. He must have been clowning for a while. I mean, I'm cool with it if you cool with it.
I'm over this show. It's unwatchable with a pathetic loser co-host. Like, this is bad. It ran its course and now it's just old. But you're not a member. You don't even have a picture. You're irrelevant to my life.
Nah.
I don't understand.
Nah.
But why do these cats don't understand? I don't get it.
We don't care.
If you want to just be a negative Nancy, then go fucking be a negative Nancy.
Yes.
Like, I don't get it, homie.
Yes.
Like, the cringe vibes I get is what it's called, secondhand embarrassment. That's like me going on McAfee right now and then get in the comments and just start talking about fucking everything they do.
It's weird. Like, if you don't like it, just don't watch.
I don't get it. I would never watch
It's
something
that
I don't
simple.
like. I don't watch shit I don't like.
Like, literally, you don't watch it. It don't make sense.
Like he said, because we're real ones. That's why I'm always going to address it. When the show's huge, I'm going to address you. Bitch.
People come to the show every day just to talk shit. Either about you, about me, or about whatever. It's like, if you don't like the show, cut out. It's 1,000 other shows to watch. What you doing, homie?
Hello? It says DHS ICE.
Why they keep calling you?
Oh, shit. I hung up and then it started to talk.
You better stop hanging up on ICE.
Let me call him back.
They pull up and grab you.
What does ICE want?
You.
Are they looking for Ruben? Ruben, are you all right?
They recruiting you, homie.
Is Ruben in the chat?
They recruiting you.
Hold on.
Hey, nah, stop calling though, because Betty said it's probably spam.
Nah, but I looked up the number. It's the number, homie.
Yeah, but nah, just chill, homie. They're not calling. They don't need nothing from you. Stop calling and stop clicking on emails.
I don't click on no emails.
You be clicking on emails, they be sketchy, and then the whole show get hacked, and you be calling. Just chill.
I learned my lesson, homie. Yeah, that's the number, homie. I'm Googling it. It's the ICE number, LA ICE office. That's crazy. Jesse, member for 20 months. Shout out.
Shout out to Jesse from the LBC.
Jesse be talking shit too. He cool though.
He cool though. Like you can talk shit. Like we're not. I mean, that's the environment that we've created. But it's one of those things where it's like when you're constantly just repeating the same thing, or you're constantly, it's like, all right, bro. Like we know
you think Ice wants to come on the show?
Nah.
Terrence McKinney. I talked to Terrence last night. He went on vacation with the family, much deserving, and he'll be on the show after he gets back. I'm not gonna come on that fucking show right now. They're on vacation. He flew back the night of the fight just because they had a plan, regardless, win or lose. He won another first round win. Most
30 seconds, choked him out, homie.
Hey man,
that's how I would do a lot of these dudes in the chat. Just 30 seconds, choke him out.
Remember you said that the gay dad, if he for some reason had hands and would beat me, not beat my ass, but he beat me.
Yeah.
Like, so what if somebody just beats your ass in the chat? Like, if for some reason, like,
yeah. You got to take it. You got to own it as a man. The real sign of a man is how you respond, and the sign in situations of chaos and loss and heartbreak and failure. Like that's a real. I'm a man, homie. I've took my L's.
And you know what the problem? I don't mind talking shit to us. Like I like it actually.
Yeah,
it makes my shit hard. The problem is when you continue to say the same old shit every single time.
Right.
Like this guy right here, all he's talking about is cans. That's all he talks about. That's all this guy admits. Like that's all he ever brings up. So I don't like bitches like you. So na 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 na. Hey, goodbye. Paid member or not. I give fucks less. I give a fuck. A fuck less if you're a member. If you want to say the same shit over and over, I'm gonna block you like a bitch. Hey. Goodbye. Miles Turner to the Bucks.
You lying.
SGA 285 mil, homie. Breaking news since we were on our commercial break. What do you think about that?
Hold on, Miles Turner to the Bucks. Is that for real?
I don't know. I saw it on Twitter. I don't know if it happened.
What do you mean, homie?
Why are you so worried?
That's like a big deal. Make sure that's some real shit.
So wait up. So
shit, it's real.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't make up shit, homie.
Damn. The Patriots just lost their longest standing veteran on the team, Miles Turner.
Hey, baby, I just sent you something on Twitter, and that's actually what I was talking about. Steve went and found it ever since I asked. Steve was like, man, good question, because I didn't know anything about this. Could you show that video real quick to our point earlier with Steve? Because I'm just saying, I brought it up, and I'm like, I think it's a real question to bring up, and I'm glad. I did not know Richard Jefferson did this. Why Bailey finds that free agent Miles Turner to the Bucks for the audio listeners. SGA signs an extension $285 million max deal with the defending champ Thunder. So NBA things are happening. This is not the biggest thing I'm seeing though, Smitty. Macro speaking, 4-year, $107 million deal to the Bucks. Obviously, guess who couldn't pay that deal? The Lakers. Again, the Lakers lost another deal. Another big man off the board. So you are down to who? Who is left?
DeAndre Ayton.
And that's it?
I mean, unless you trade. I mean, again, I'm sure there's some other bigs out there, some like lower tier guys, or maybe some trades you could make. You could always make a trade, but in terms of like free agency, I don't know if there's a ton of bigs left.
All right, let me show you this video real quick, Smith, because I did not know that Richard Jefferson, who called the finals, did he not?
I believe so, yeah.
Said this. Take a look.
just sold. Charlotte just sold. Dallas just sold. Milwaukee just sold. Portland just went up for sale. All in the last like 3 to 5 years. The NBA is changing. There's owners that are getting out. We can look at this money and say, oh, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, why are all of them selling right now? Come on now. Let's not just be like, oh, owner got 10. Celtics won a championship, put their team up for sale. Like, the league is changing. The league is changing. And I like the league don't like to talk about it. But it's never good even when the numbers are astronomical at $10 billion, you don't want a bunch of your assets up for sale at the exact same time.
Smitty, I don't know, homie. What do you think about that?
Nah, I mean, he said what you said. It's interesting to say that. I mean, I know y'all hate this answer, this response, but like time will tell because I don't know. Like it's something that they know that they're seeing that we're not seeing. Obviously, we know the ratings have been low. So maybe that's the telltale thing. They feel like that's going to continue. There's no face of the NBA. LeBron's about to retire probably after this year. What will that do to the NBA once LeBron retires? Steph's probably, I mean, he probably got a few more years left in the tank. But a lot of your biggest stars who were the faces of the league, the KDs, the Stephs, the LeBrons, they're on their last legs. And we're struggling to find that next like face. Yeah, there's a lot of great talent. Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, etc. But there's no real face right now that's going to be that big draw. You know, they're moving over to the NBC, the different, TV deals, stuff like that. You know, we know the TNT show, the same crew's going to be together, but it's going to be on a different network now. How is that going to be on being on ABC? Like, it's just certain staples that have been carrying the league and the brand are shifting and changing. And we just don't know how it's going to impact the overall viewership and the ratings of the league. So, it's interesting time. I mean, we always talk about even with the NFL, but the NBA is the same way where you need like 5 different streamers to watch every game. Games on this network, game over here, game on it. So that affects the rating. So there's so much going on, so many changes that maybe the owners up top are like, hey, y'all, this is the best we gonna get. Let's sell while it's hot. If I'm the Celtics, we just won a championship. We're buzzing. Let's sell right now. We're the Lakers. We just got Luka. Let's sell right now. Like, there's certain moments where like we got to sell while the iron is hot, and maybe they're seeing a downward spiral because of all the change that's going on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think there's some things going on that people see. Corporate sponsors are buying this thing up, as we've been mentioning in the NFL, Major League Baseball. Everyone's covering up for the lack of, I guess, attendance. Look at the Oakland A's. They had to sell out. They're in Sacramento at a fucking minor league stadium. It's getting bad. Again, to my point 3 years ago, American sports are dying. I'm going to keep saying it. We keep saying it's not because we don't want it to be the truth. But it is starting to look like I was right. I'm just telling you. It's really looking bad. Can't wait for the NBA All-Star game when the Euros and the Americans play. Going to be very interesting. I think there's going to be a huge shift when that game happens. And hopefully the Americans come out and drop their nuts and say, fuck you, ain't better than us yet. So I'm curious to see how that's going to unfold. But I think that's going to change something, whether it's good or bad or indifferent. I don't know, but it's going to do something to the game, which it needs, frankly. So I don't know. We'll see, Smitty. Don't get it. I don't get it.
We'll see him
selling all your teams at the same time. Somebody's talking, Smitty.
Somebody's talking. Yeah.
Who's that song?
I made it up just right there. Top of the head. I'm a creator, homie. I just go with the flow. I create. I move.
Oh, yeah. 6,300 people in here today.
6,300 people in here. We got Brett Boone in 15 minutes to talk some baseball before we close off the show. Load the show. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Become a member right now. Even if you're a hater, you know what I mean? Hit that like button. Like if you a hater like Pac-Man, who don't want to see me in the streets, who don't want to see me at a bar, who I would beat the fuck out of if I saw him in any location, hit the like button, even if you're him. Because listen, we got a great show, and y'all tune in every single day.
Shout out to Florida. Alligator Alcatraz opens today. So shout out to that. Crazy shit. I never thought we'd be in a space where we made an Alcatraz island with gators.
Really?
Yeah, homie.
What are you talking about?
Hold on, homie. Time out. Oh, you don't know about Alcatraz Island or Alligator Island?
I know what Alcatraz is. Are you saying they turned that into Alligator Island? Like, what do you mean by that?
Florida built a complex on the water, and they have no gates, no security. So if you get off of it, you got to swim through a million gators.
Oh,
it's for the all the illegal immigrants they find that are criminals.
Damn.
Yeah, homie, you got to keep up with what's going on. Hey, is this real?
That boy's evil. What?
Your boy, so you should be happy, homie. Brother's getting their jobs back.
I haven't seen that. No, my brother got their job back.
Shit, America about to be no unemployment.
You should be saying shit.
Did you? No, that's true. Did your boy really sign with the fucking Dolphins?
Who?
Waller.
What you mean?
Darren Waller.
I thought Darren Waller retired.
I don't know. Somebody just texted me, homie, that the Dolphins made a.
Oh,
trade.
Shit. Yes.
How is
the
it?
Dolphins are finalizing a trade with the Giants for tight end Darren Waller, who is coming out of retirement.
Man, I'm on everything. Why am I the breaking news on everything today?
You killing shit right now, Jason.
Yeah, homie, because I'm the guy.
You need to start tweeting shit out. Darren was just on Speak a couple weeks ago. They asked him, they said, yeah, I'm done, man. He said, he was on the podcast. He said, man, the Giants had me at fullback, had me running. He said, it was that moment I knew I was done. He wasn't done for real. He was just miserable with New York because they were losing and they was not using him the right way. So he became miserable and was like, fuck, I'm going to do my music. Now he's sitting back looking around. He's like, man, that money too damn good. I'm still athletic. I'm actually healthy now. I was one of the best tight ends in the game. They're going to use him the right way in Miami too. Because that offensive mind and Mike McDaniel, you said what you want about the skinny jeans wearing guy. He's an X's and O's guy. He knows how to run offense. If Tua is healthy, they will feed this guy. Being out there on the field with Jaden Waddle and of course Hill, Tyreek Hill out there. You got Darren Waller, even though he might not be 100% his same self, him even at 75-80% of himself within that scheme, middle of the field, opens up the middle of the field. Oh, it's a big time get. This is a shocker. I thought he was done. I just saw the homie a couple weeks ago. I'm about to get him on the show.
I thought he was done. I don't know. I thought he was done. I thought you said he was done. I thought he was rapping, like you just said. Interesting. Why is it a trade, though?
Because he's still technically signed with the Giants. So you can't be like, I'm retired, and then just pick whatever team you want to be on.
Well, I thought if you signed the paperwork, though, you become free like Gronkowski did.
I don't know. I was thinking about Gronk, and I can't remember how that situation went down. That's why I didn't want to speak on it. But because if that's the case, right, if I'm any player and I'm unhappy, I'll just retire and then go pick another team. So
because once you sign that document, though, I don't think you can get back in unless it's like some exemption or something. I think Brady did it. Gronk did it. A couple guys have done it. So I don't know. But I know if once you sign the paperwork, I don't know.
Maybe he didn't sign anything. Maybe it was just all verbal.
Yeah. He clearly hasn't because he got traded. So he definitely.
That's why they traded Jonnu Smith, because they've been knowing this the whole time.
Yeah, but that's a horrible trade for that. Like, this guy's not a physical specimen to come in and be a dominant guy. Jonnu at least was an inline blocker. This guy's more of a receiving threat. I don't see that. To me, again, you're back to 10 personnel on offense.
He can block though. He's not like some soft.
Yeah, but he's not Jonnu. Like, there's no way. Not right now. Like, this guy's. I don't see it. That's crazy to me. That's a crazy deal to me. Miami's losing day to day here.
We'll see, homie. We will see. It's interesting right here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
D-Wall, man. That's hard.
So the Bucks waived Lillard?
That's what somebody in the comments said. Is that real?
It looks like.
What's going on right now, bro?
I just got a text message from Craig.
And Nede?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The Milwaukee Bucks are waiving Damian Lillard and stretching the remaining $113 million on his contract in order to acquire Miles Turner. Sources tell ESPN Lillard's 2 seasons in Milwaukee come to an end as he rehabilitates a torn Achilles tendon. Golly. So if I'm in Lakers, pick him up. This year's a scratch. That's cool. It's good for the real cheap. He'll come back the following year. He'll play the 1. Or you know what? He's a true 2. Luka's the 1. LeBron retires.
You think, Michael? You think like these soft coaches like McDaniel?
Okay,
let's go get 20 prima donna wide receivers, but let's
he's not a Madonna. He's not a Madonna.
But let's not get a center or tackles to protect the guy getting.
Oh my God! No way that's real. Hold on.
So look.
Oh, okay. I thought that was for real.
What?
I saw something about Paul. Okay, about Paul George. I don't think it's real. I don't think.
Oh, don't bring Paul George. Fuck
it ain't real. It ain't real.
We need a center, homie. There's no centers. There's no centers, Smitty.
And an hour ago, you said NBA free agency. They don't be hyped. Shit, there's always shit going on, homie. NBA free agency. Say what you want.
This ain't hype.
The free agency be bigger news than down the season almost.
But they waived the guy. It's not hyped. You act like he like the Lakers got fucking Dame Lillard and Giannis. Like that's hyped. No, it's not. It's not hyped. They cut a guy. I see Dame Lillard going to like.
That is a big deal though. Like, what do you mean?
I see Dame Lillard like also like he's not gonna get the money that he's not that guy no more. Like right? Like he's hurt. Like you can, and I don't know if
he's gonna be out all next season. So
yeah. So I don't even know if you can sign a guy because he won't clear physical. Right? Is that true? Is that how it works? I think so. But I could see him in Golden State. I could see him in LA with the Clippers. I could see him, especially we'll see what happens with Harden. I could see him in a few spots. I would think he wanted to come back west because the rumors were he hated Milwaukee, Wisconsin, blah, blah, blah. Maybe Miami again, a redo, a look at that again. I don't know. Maybe retires. I have no idea. It's going to be interesting. We got 5 minutes for Brett Boone. You want to take a break real quick?
Let's take a break real quick. I'll pee. I'll go some water. I'll just stretch, and then we'll come back. Brett Boone in the show.
Yoga stretch?
I'm gonna just stretch.
Gay. Here, this is the infamous one of the palm trees at Ash 8.
Can't fucking believe you. See this fucking belt? You see it? Who just eats a whole fucking palm tree, man? You guys are fucking shitting. Just fucking unearthed the motherfucker. Ate the whole fucking thing. Like, who eats a whole fucking palm tree? Like, you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? No shake now. Who did it? I'm gonna look at the fucking camera. Who fucking did it? Sit down. Sit down. Sit. Sit down. Now, do we understand each other? Excuse me. There is no more fucking up palm trees. I'm tired of spending all this money, and now I've created a whole fucking barricade for you. So I don't want to have to dig this bitch out. I'm fucking dead. I'm old. My back hurts. I'm fucking stiff as a porn dick. Come here. Sit down. Sit down. Boy, if you don't sit your ass down. Now, you come over here with me. Come on. Here's what I had to do to fucking stop you. And I got a beautiful bigger tree. So now we are shitting in tall grass. Replanted it, bitch. Soiled it up. Put a little trellis in here. Put a bunch of fucking stones, look like Stonehenge around this bitch. And now, Ash, are you gonna fucking try to dig this bitch out? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do this again?
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who he spoke to every single NCAA college football 2025 team seemingly on the internet. From Last Chance U, national champion, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach!
What's up, gentlemen? Coach, just great car, great stick. thank you for pulling off to the side of the road. Hope you don't get killed here. Honestly, side of the road, LA, I assume, that's not necessarily the safest place on earth. So we'll make this quick. How do you feel about all of these new coaches now in this NCAA College Football 2025 game using your speeches to motivate these boys from one side of the country to the other, Coach?
I feel broke.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Can I get like a royalty or something? Like, Netflix already screwed me. I'm getting screwed by EA Sports now too? Like, holy shit. I hit him up. I reached out to him like, hey, trying to be cordial and nice. I'm a nice guy, you know me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, EA Sports, maybe I can actually be your video guy, the actual do a real video instead of using my name, image, and likeness.
Oh, shit.
And maybe I can get a little piece of the pie, but nah, it's all right. Just keep sharing my 500 million views of it.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but obviously you are a hilarious, miserable person, and this is kind of is how it goes.
Hey, Pat, I was actually chilling. My back went out yesterday, so I didn't even do my show today. So I just left my chiropractor, and I'm waiting on this damn cigar company to open. They're late, of course. I mean, come on.
Shit. Okay, so life is good. Last question for me, because I know the last time we talked to you, you had not watched the Netflix series Last Chance U. You said that. You said, I've not watched it, but obviously you've heard from everybody. Now, do you see some clips that come across your way? You're like, I don't remember saying that. And then all of a sudden, oh, I killed that. And do you judge your clips whenever you see them? You're like, I murdered that one.
Nah. A broad came over to the house the other day, and I didn't really want to watch Netflix with her and chill. But she wanted to watch the show. We watched one episode.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It was the first scene of the cow scene or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they only made about $4 billion off my name on this shit. I'm not watching Netflix either. So I'm spiteful right now, Pat. I don't want to watch Netflix. I don't want to watch EA Sports video game. I'm like, man, and I can't even get 40,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Well, you're going to the moon. We appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. Hopefully it'll get figured out, and we know the Netflix and chill thing, what that leads to. Bad backs, chiropractors. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
We are back in the building. It is Tuesday. Talk that talk. Pound that like, man. Subscribe and become a member. We got Brett Boone on the other side, the new hitting coach for the Texas Rangers, who find themselves about 9 games out of first, right in the dog days of the summer. A lot of baseball left. Can't wait to talk to him. Was this what he always wanted to do? Get back into the game. He still does his own show. And can't wait to ask him that. And let's bring him in, man. A legendary bat flipper. Our main man, San Diego's own MLB legend, new hitting coach for the Texas Rangers, Brett Boone, joins the show. Brett, how you doing, brother?
What's happening? How you doing? Just another day.
Taking the time, man. I know you're a busy man now. You're back affiliated, man. We will say. So I guess the question's got to change now for you. Where you? Is this something you always wanted to do again and get back in it, or did they come out and just reach out to you? How did it all happen?
Yeah, I never thought about. I consider myself just kind of a baseball savant. It's been my whole life. I mean, since I was a little kid, growing up in it, then my career, and I'm kind of it was out of nowhere. I was at a USC baseball game, and an old friend of mine, Michael Young, who was starting his career towards the end of mine, and I always followed him pretty closely. He ended up having a hell of a career himself. And we just met up at a USC baseball game randomly, started talking hitting, doing my podcast. I'm covering the Texas Rangers quite a bit in that American League West. And I said, what's wrong with those Rangers hitters? They're better than that. And I said, why don't you go down on the field? He goes, Boone, I like the role I'm in right now. He's an assistant to the general manager of the president. And, I just kind of said goodbye. Give Boach a hug for me. Tell CY hello, CY Chris Young. And that was it, And about an hour later, I got a call from Bruce Bochy. He said, Boone, I want you to put the uni back on. So,
damn,
it's been interesting. You know, in my history with Bruce goes way back. I played for him in 2000. He's been a close friend of mine for 25 years. And yeah, it was as simple as that. I was walking my dog on the beach, and the next thing you know, I was getting on a plane to go to Boston, and
wow,
it's been quite an experience. It's much different than I thought it would be.
Good or bad or indifferent or what?
Indifferent. It's not what I thought. You know, for the last 5 or 6 years, you know, I'd call my brother or he'd call me and we'd talk, and we'd talk mostly about the family, but it gets obviously with his Yankee situation, the subject seemed to always go back to baseball. And
right.
And I would kind of give him that brotherly advice when he was having a rough time, and kind of, hey, once that national anthem starts, all you can do as a skipper is put your players in the best position they can possibly be in to succeed. And after that, you really don't have any control. And I would get off the phone sometimes with him, and I'd think, why can't he just shake it? You know, why is it such a big deal? Now I'm back in it, and I understand exactly what not only skippers, but hitting coaches, pitching coaches, all coaches go through on a daily basis. You develop a bond with these guys, and it's almost like, you know, and I've said this in a lot of interviews I've done, it's almost like I have 12 kids. You know, I'd go watch my son play in the minor leagues, and you watch him and you live and you die with him, and you've been working on certain things with him. And if it's, you know, if he's in a hot streak, you're just a proud dad in the stands, not outwardly, but inwardly, you're just so happy for him. And when he's struggling, you're dying inside and just going, how can I help him? I can't go and hit for him. I feel the same thing with these players now. It's like you see the work that's put in behind the scenes, and it's like I'm spinning plates. You know, you got 3 guys going over here, and this guy's struggling, and you got to go talk to him about something. Sometimes it's just a talk. Sometimes it's a sit down and looking for the right words in the right situation. Sometimes it's more of a mechanical thing, but we've got a great crew here in Texas, and you know, we just had a tough 4 games, went extra innings 4 days, and we lost 3 of them at home, and they were heartbreaks. But I'm learning. You know, I thought when you think you know it all about the game, it hits you over the head and said, no, you got a lot to learn. So I'm learning on this side of the ledger. It's been an emotional roller coaster, but I'm kind of loving it just because of this new rapport I have with a different group of young men.
Is this something you can see yourself doing for a long time? You want to coach and you want to get in this thing long term?
Well, we'll see. You know, I don't know if it's always going to be a hitting coach. It could be in a different capacity. We'll see. You know, the thing about this is I have no agenda. You know, I didn't ask for this. It was kind of brought to me, and I accepted the role, and I gladly accepted the role. It was a great opportunity. I didn't expect it. I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't putting my name out there, and it happened. And at this stage of my life, you know, life is so funny. You go through different phases, and you change as you move through life. And now my kids are getting to the point where they're all ready to get out of the house, and I've lived that part of my life. And I didn't expect to be in a Ranger uniform this year, and all of a sudden I am, because you know, I just look at it from a spot of, this is where I'm meant to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. Baseball's in my blood. It's my whole life. I've got a lot to give to the game. And right now it's in the capacity of being the hitting coach for the Texas Rangers. Long term, I don't have an agenda. We'll see. I'm kind of living, hey, I just want to get this team, do my little tiny part. And that's what I tell people. Players are players. I'm a background player. Whatever I can do a tiny bit to maybe help a player here and help a player there. The goal is to get to the postseason. I think the talent is here in Texas to do that. And that's my focus right now. And as far as future endeavors, we'll see. But there's no real thing. It's like I'm going to be where I'm supposed to be now, a year from now, 2 years from now. So I really haven't looked into the future that much.
I got goosebumps for you. Just I'm circling dates for you already. You're playing your brother early August. You got the Yankees, so that's just like unbelievable. Just that you get to do that, man, and at this stage in life as well. Like we get to play your brother. The Yankees they're over there in first place in the East. I mean, it's got to be surreal.
Surreal.
Yeah, for you.
Well,
so commend you.
Yeah. It is. It's, you know what it is? It's,
I envy you. Let me say that.
when you're young and you're going through this crazy game of baseball, and it's so hard. And I remember when I first got to the big leagues, and then I remember 5 years later, Aaron made his debut. We got to be teammates actually for a year in Cincinnati. But when you're young and you're in the grind, you don't really take the time to kind of take a step back and appreciate what you have. You know, you're just so into today and tomorrow, and I got this guy tomorrow and this guy on Friday, and oh, well, we got Roger Clemens Saturday. So you're so consumed with that, you really don't have time to stop and kind of smell the roses, to use an old adage. Aaron and myself have played against each other a lot. Him with Cincinnati when I was in Seattle, when I was in Atlanta, San Diego. So we've had that brotherly thing on separate teams. I got to go to New York early in this process a couple months ago. And, you know, the Boone family in general, we've kind of been spoiled to a point where we've gotten to do so many special things in the game of baseball. And I remember saying, hey, why don't you and Aaron take the lineup card out? Well, we've done this kind of, you know, shticky thing for a million times in our lives, but I thought, you know, I'll do it. And I went out there and at this time it was something different. It was like, you know what? Look at us. Two mature adults. And well, I say mature with a little caution, but it's like, look at, you know, where I'm at. I'm 56 years old. He's 51 years old. He's the skipper of the New York Yankees. I'm the hitting coach for the Texas, and we're exchanging lineup cards. It kind of gave me time to reflect and just think how lucky I am in this journey I've been on that sometimes in my life I have taken for granted. But I think as you get a little bit older and appreciate things a little bit more in life, it was a special moment for me in a life full of special moments, and just exchanging the lineup card. And I remember that day Harold Reynolds came out with MLB and sat down with us, and we kind of had a fun conversation, you know, giving each other crap, obviously, like we always do, and we've always done since Aaron's, you know, been 8 years old, tagging along with me in New Jersey with my older buddies. To fast forward to now, and it's like, you know, it's really cool. I said, you get sick of doing the interviews, you asked to do a million interviews, but I sat down for that one with him, and it was kind of cool. It was like, you know, it wasn't more of, oh, I got to do something, I got to do this, I got to do that. It was more of, we get to do this and we get to do that. And you know, I've got a lot of gratitude at this point in my life, and I'm enjoying this journey.
I'm excited. You're still doing your show, right?
I'm still doing it. It's tough, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know, I got to worry about getting wins. You know,
No doubt.
It's going on this week. I'm going to have Rick Riz. We just got to play my old Seattle Mariner team, and I got to see a lot of old faces. Rick Riz, who's been the voice of the Mariners for years and years. It's great seeing him. Jay Buhner, one of my teammates when I came up my rookie year and really took me under his wing. I got to see him. Danny Wilson, who's a guy I got to play 5 years with in Seattle as the skipper over there. So I got to see some familiar faces. That was a lot of fun. So we're going to have Rick Riz on the program. He'll be coming on tomorrow. I'm doing a little cameos now, and then I duck out and Rich Herrera, who's been my wingman throughout the years on the Brett Boone podcast. He's going to take over the interview. So that's how the way it's going right now, especially during the season, is I make a little cameo and then Rich does the interview, whoever the guest is that week. And we went from 2 or 3 a week to we're just doing one. We're scaling it back a little bit and try to get these Texas Rangers to the postseason.
And to that point, I want to ask you this, Brett. You kind of mentioned earlier, kind of you feel like you have like what you said, 12 kids right now.
I got 12 kids. Yeah,
you're coaching now. I guess describe the feeling. I'm sure it's probably been some moments where a guy's been struggling. You talk to him, help them out with a couple like tips, and now they go out there and then you see them succeed again. I guess that feeling that you get as a coach now, is it greater than or similar to how you felt when you were playing and you had those moments? Or I guess describe that comparison there.
Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Hitting a 3-run homer and as you open the show with flipping my bat, I don't know if anything could ever replace that. Actual feeling. But this is the closest thing. Yes. And it's not about getting credit. It's the player that does it. And when you see the work that goes in behind the scenes, and you see maybe a player that's been struggling, going through some trials in his career, and all of a sudden start to have success, it's unbelievable the feeling you have. And it's not important who knows. It's just a look, a glance between you, like, man, you got this. And I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy for you. And really, it doesn't, words don't even have to be exchanged. So yes, it's very satisfying in that capacity. To see guys doing great and succeeding, and it hurts equally. I explain it this way. It's like when you're a player, it's 162 games you play every day. And some days you win and some days you lose. And some days you get 3 hits and you lose, and you're going to sleep okay that night, and you go get them tomorrow. As a coach, it's like when you win, it's relief. Like, we won. When you lose, Brett Boone goes 0 for 5 every single time. So I never get a hit. I get relief when we win, but when we lose, it's 0 for 5 every time. And I'm learning that's what it's like being a coach. It's like you're in there, but you don't have any control. I've never felt more lack of control of anything in my life than I do coaching. You do everything you can do. You can prepare them. And it's almost like once the game starts, you're a psychologist. It's like, okay, what's the right thing to say to player A versus I couldn't say that to player B. He'll take it differently. And what's the goal of today? The goal is to win this game. So how do I say the right thing to the right person at the right time to hopefully get the right result? Because he might have 2 or 3 at-bats left. So that's the tricky part. It's learning people. It's mentoring people and doing it in the correct way. And that one way is right for the collective.
Let me ask you this. You got Seager. I got to see here in LA, obviously. And then you had a guy that was on a heater there in this past month of June, Josh Smith. Having those 2 guys helps, right? Let me ask you the difference between like a guy like, we've seen other guys take over hitting roles that have been power hitters in their playing careers, and then they go play and be the hitter. What's the difference? How do you guys, are you doing or teaching what you knew? Like, let's hit for average, let's hit base hits, find spots, find holes, go opposite field. Are you teaching whatever that guy has? If he's a home run guy, you're teaching that particular, I guess, trait. How do you go about it? And as far as you to a Mark McGwire, for instance, who was a power guy?
Well, I think the simplification is the best. As much as the game has changed, the game has still remained the same. The culture is a little bit different. These guys are brought up in a different generation of analytics and numbers, and sometimes you can get caught up in that minutia. I always say the technology is great. I'm envious of the technology that these guys have at their fingertips. I wish I had it. I was an Intel guy. Give me everything I could possibly get my hands on, and then I'll decipher and use what I need for my particular skill set. That's what I encourage with these guys. We're all different. We all do it a different way. We all prepare a different way. But I always tell them this: watch the game, play the game correctly. And when I say that, I mean, when there's a runner on second base and nobody out, I'm not saying give yourself up and hit a weak ground ball to the right side. I'm saying get a base hit the other way, but at worst, move him in trying to get a base hit the other way. Watch the game. That's important. Watch the series. Play the scoreboard. Every at-bat is different. Your first at-bat is different than your at-bat in the 8th in a 3-2 game with a base open. Who's on deck? Who's hitting in front of me? Who's coming in? Who's in the bullpen? Who could I possibly face? What have I done this series? What have I beat them on? What have they beat me on? Know yourself and use your skill set accordingly. Everybody's different. So that's basically my philosophy. I teach them how to, I don't want to say teach. That's a little arrogant of me to say teach. I give them my experience. The first half of my career was much different than the second half of my career. The second half of my career, I prepared for each and every at-bat over 162 game schedule. And I tried to get everything done, go through everything in my mind. And when I left that on deck circle, I want to have as clear a mind as I can and execute my plan. Now, that plan doesn't always going to work, but I find if you have a plan, stay with it. Don't waver from your plan. Trust it. Over 162, you're going to be the best you can be as an individual. And those are the things I talk about. We're always talking the game, because the physical is one thing. Your work in the cage is one thing on the technical, but really it's about having a feeling and how you go about playing the game. It's what's your thought process? How do you think through the game? The best players are 5 steps ahead of everybody else. And that's what I try to pass on to these guys. It's more than where your hands are. I tell them all the time, I said, sometimes if I've got a chance today is enough. Because this game is so hard and it's so long. Even my best of years, I was probably locked in, can't wait to get to the ballpark 25% of the time. And then there's that middle ground. That middle ground, probably on my best years, 70% of the time I was okay. I had a chance today. And then you have your 5% where I'm lost and I got to pull parachute and I got an emergency swing going today. And that's on my best years. So we don't have to be perfect every day. Just find something in that cage, find something in your swing that's okay. I've got a chance today with this. You don't have to be perfect there. If you're gonna set the bar of I've got to be perfect and my swings got to be perfect each and every day before I take the field, you're gonna wear yourself out. It's just too much. It's too much, and those are the things that I try to pass on to these guys that I learned throughout my some struggles and some successes, but they're all experiences.
Nah, no doubt. I had a follow-up from when you played last and you took coaching, like Bruce coached you and other guys you've had, and to now you're going into the coaching world, and it seems like galaxies apart from when we played our sports respectively. Now you're in my wheelhouse in this coaching world. I love it. Is there a huge difference? You don't have to say, you don't have to give no name or anything, but have you had to face the psychological warfare yet of a guy tuning you out, or I'm better than you, I make more money, all that shit? Now that player empowerment, I think is kind of a I don't know, a sore eye on sports, in my opinion. But do you see it? Are you seeing any of that?
What I tried to do when I first got here, and I told everybody, because there was a big deal made of it coming back into the game, and I just thought, here's the deal: I'm not a witch. I'm not a sorcerer. I don't have a magic wand. It's a process. And the first of my process 2 months ago when I came on was I got to get to know these guys. I've got to,
right.
I found as an ex-player, anybody can Google you. So you're going to have instant credibility for.
I was going to ask you, do they know you?
Some of them do. I look at, they all know who I am, but it's funny you say that. You get to a certain age and it's like,
yeah,
well, I've got an Evan Carter who's 22 years old, a Wyatt Langford who's 23. When I was wrapping up, they were 3 and 4 years old, so I don't think they watched many of my highlights. But you bring your credentials in and you have your numbers, and your numbers are your numbers, so you have instant credibility right away. But you got to keep that credibility, and that credibility is having something to help the individual. So for a while, I had to just get to know guys, get to the point where we had a relationship where we could talk back and forth and find out what makes you tick. But as much as the game has changed, and I said this earlier, the more it's stayed the same. These guys talk, they use numbers. I have a good relationship with the majority of the guys, and they'll talk about an exit velocity, or we talk about vert, or we talk about this. He's got 20 inches of vert on that slider, and I'll say, wait a minute, hold up. I said, translate. You want me to translate that for you? Yeah, Boone, go ahead. And they laugh. They know something's coming. I'll say, that's a really good slider. And I said, well, he hit that ball 104 at this angle. I said, you know what that is? That ball smoked. I said, that's the only thing that's changed in our game is we use terms like that. They use actual numbers that they're brought up in, but it's a culture.
Wow.
These guys are still baseball players, and they still want to play. Yeah, some things are different. Some things I wish were the way they were when I played, but on the same token, some things are better and they're cooler, and I envy and I wish I had. Here's the best scenario I could imagine with the game of baseball. A lot of guys that get older, get out of the game, they have that attitude of, oh, these guys today, the way they play, they're ruining the game. My time was the best. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think the best scenario is the players of my generation, the players of the generation before me. I've got a lot to learn from them. They can learn a lot from me, just like today's player. I think the players today can learn a lot from me and my travels and tribulations and the things I've gone through. But I can also learn from the modern player, and I find that every day. I'll have a conversation with one of the younger players, and they'll come up with some scenarios and some ideas, and I'll go, "That's really smart," So I'm still learning. And I think that perfect zone that you can get in is coach, ex-player, with the listening to the player that's playing in 2025, but him also listening to me. We can learn from one another, and I think that's where the magic is, right there in the middle.
That's a great point. I'm glad my co-host was able to hear that, because a lot of times we come on this show and we debate, whether we're talking about football, basketball, baseball, what have you, and JB is always like anti today's culture, and back in my day it was more physical and tougher and this and that. So I'm glad we had a guy like yourself come here and say that.
Believe me, though, I still give these guys a hard time when they got a little, my finger hurts, and I'll look at them. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? So I'm giving them I give them in a good way. I give them a little tough love too. Like, hey, and I'll go to what coach says. In my day, I wouldn't, I'd walk both ways uphill through the snow. And today you guys take an Uber. So I have that.
Cut my finger off to play this game.
Right. And I'll go so far with these guys that they'll start to mock me. Like, let me guess, Boone, in your day you played with a broken back. I'll be like, well, I didn't have a broken back, but if I did, I would have played.
And let me ask you, are you forward thinking this thing? Like, let's say, okay, I can see me being a manager, my show. Are you looking at Bruce's way of how he's managing everything?
Absolutely.
And you're a coordinator. You're basically a coordinator in football right now. You got the offense.
Right.
And are you worried about it? Are you focused on that, understanding like the protocol of the business and saying, I got offense to produce? Bruce has to worry about the pennant, the wins, the games back we are, et cetera, et cetera. You guys are 9 games back. It seems like it's feasible, though, to get back in this thing. We're in the dog days. Like, there's a lot of baseball left, right?
Right. I mean, I look at our lineup last night. We had 5 of our guys missing. 5 of our guys. We've got Evan Carter, who's on the bereavement list. He'll be back Wednesday. You got Wyatt Langford's hurt. Jake Berger, our first baseman's been out. We've missed Jock Peterson for a month. And Josh Smith was out of the lineup because of the lefty yesterday. So we go in there and battle and go into extra innings, and we end up losing in the end. But we had 5 of our main guys out. Tyler Maley's going to miss some time now, but we're just getting Nate Eovaldi back. We've got Jacob deGrom, one of the best pitchers on the planet. He's still there. Our bullpen's done a hell of a job. We've got a John Gray coming back soon. Sports is coming back. So we've got a lot of reinforcements coming. We just kind of got to hold serve right now. We got to play good baseball and start worrying about winning series, but we're far from out of this thing. And I think everybody in that room with that collective talent knows that. As far as your question about the future, I really am in the point where I do have no agenda. I don't know what the future holds for me. I hold Bruce Bochy in very high regards. He's one of my favorite, not only men in baseball, one of my favorite managers I got to play for. He's probably the most knowledgeable, war-ridden, and I say that not in the true capacity of it, but he's been through the battles. He's 4-time World Series champion. He's probably the most knowledgeable, with the most experienced manager walking this planet right now. And to get to watch him every day, how he interacts, I'm always learning from people. I always look around like, what's Bruce going to do in this situation? And you learn stuff from that. I learned from all the managers I played for. They all have different traits, and some I'd take from him and I'd take some from another guy, but it's a pleasure to watch Bruce. He's such a great guy and a great baseball man, and just to watch him run a game, and I'm always running it through with him, in my brain at the other end of the dugout. Like, I wonder what Bruce is going to do in this scenario. And so I'm always thinking, because just like everything else, I want to think offensively. Who might he pinch hit for? Who's going to be getting ready underneath? Who might come in for the other team? And who's Bruce going to counter with? So I'm always thinking with the manager as well. But my main focus is getting my hitters in the best mental frame they can be to get ready for an AB.
Brad, I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit, though. Your dad was a manager. Your brother's a manager. You got to be a manager. The family, you got to be the big dog at one point to finish this whole legacy, this family tree. No?
He's not saying no. He didn't say he's not going with any plan. He's just going with the flow.
I'm going with the flow, like I told you. And I truly believe that. And I know it sounds corny, But when I walked out the first day on the job, it was at Fenway Park. And I met the team in Boston. I hadn't even met all the players yet. And I remember I walked out into the dugout, get ready for the first pitch. And I think that's the place where I ended my career. My last at bat was at Fenway Park. And I just kind of looked out and in a corny dork moment, which I consider myself not to be, I just thought, this is where I'm supposed to be right now. I don't know why I'm here right now. I was put here for a reason. And that's how I kind of live my life these days. I've been through a lot in my life, a lot of great things, a lot of challenges. And at this stage of my life, I kind of just accept it and go with the flow. And I'm right where I'm supposed to be for a reason. And if I'm going to manage one day, it'll be because I'm supposed to be. But
hey, there's two things going on. I just here in LA. So obviously, hopefully Ron Washington's okay. Former Texas Ranger manager, obviously stepped away from the manager spot of the Angels here.
Right.
That comes to mind. I'm like, Brett Boone looks good. Hopefully that's not the reason why, but that'd be great. But your brother calls you and says, hey man, let's make this a family thing. I need a hitting guy next year.
And I'll be honest with you. When this came up, this hitting coach for Bruce, I had talked to my wife a few weeks earlier, and because I'm always getting the question, are you ever going to get back in the game? Are you ever going to put a uniform on? And I said, I'll never say no to anything. I don't know what I'm going to do. And my wife had asked me, and she said, would you ever go back on the field? I said, it would, in a coaching capacity. She said, yeah. I said, it would have to be for the right person. And she said, and this is a true story. She says, well, who would be a right person? I said, off the top of my head, Bruce Bochy. And this is 2 weeks before I got the phone call. Bruce is one of the few guys that I would come back and coach under, and Bruce was one of those guys. I think in Aaron Boone's scenario,
family's different, huh?
I mean, if my brother called me out of desperation because he knows I'm smarter than him and he needs me,
brother, I need you.
I could never say no, but at the same time, Aaron and I have that's Aaron's gig. He's the Yankee guy. It's not the Boone Brothers show. It's the Aaron Boone. He's the skipper of the Yankees. So I don't really see that in my future. But just in a hypothetical, if Aaron called me as his brother one day or had called me 3 years ago, of course, for my brother, it's a different scenario. But we never got to that point. And I think it's been better in that capacity because that's Aaron's thing. That's not Aaron and Brett's thing. And by the way, I couldn't imagine calling Aaron Boone my boss. That's a
younger brother.
That's a little far-fetched.
Ooh, love it, man. Hey, I love the realness and the transparency, man. I can't thank you enough for hopping on. I know you're busy as hell. Good luck. You're 9 games back. You're in the mix. To me, man, the talent's there. You get your guys back.
Here's the thing about today's game, and it's so much different than years past. All you need is a seat at the table. You don't necessarily, of course, you want to win the division. Everybody wants to win the division, but all you need is a seat at the table. You get a seat at the table. I think recent history has proved that getting a seat at the table, you got a chance. This Texas Ranger team 2 years ago got in. They lost 3 out of 4 to finish the season. I remember because I was covering it on the podcast. They lost 3 out of 4 to the Seattle Mariners, and it got them a playoff berth. But they lost the division in that series, and they had to avert the plans. And instead of going back to Texas, they had to, I forget where they flew. They won the World Series that year. And I think I look at an Arizona Diamondbacks a few years ago, won 83 games, I think 84 games. We're in the World Series against the Texas Rangers. So I think the recent history and how the playoff schedule is set up, all you need is a seat at the table. You get a seat at the table, you got a chance.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Let's go. We got 3 months. We got 3 months.
Good luck. Hey, hopefully we'll get you back on it when you're in the playoffs.
You got it. Anytime, guys. Thanks for having me.
Brett. Appreciate you, brother. Brett Boone, everybody. The hitting coach for the Texas Rangers right now, man. You've seen a spike in their offense, actually, too. Josh Smith had one of the hottest months in baseball.
Yes, he did.
And you got Corey Seager there, who we got to see in L.A., baller. And like I said, DeGrom, a great pitcher. They got a team. We'll see what they can do. 9 games back. We'll see if they can make a run. But obviously, love it. Love getting the legends on. The bat flipper himself, Brett Boone. He wants to be a manager. His dad did it. His brother's doing it. He's got to have it in him now. Love it. Love it. I didn't get to. I wanted to ask him about the analytics because he was an analytic guy, and now it's all analytics, sports in general.
He talked about it some. He talked about it. He said he's a guy that he wanted all the information, and then he would use what he needs to use in order to help himself. He said that's the same message he tells these players, like use analytics, but don't just live by it solely on analytics. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of touched on it some.
Yeah. No doubt.
Since we're on baseball too, before we close out. It's Bobby Bonilla Day, so happy Bobby Bonilla Day, man! You get paid $1.1 million today. He'll get that till 2035, so 10 more years. So happy Bobby Bonilla Day! Enjoy that meal.
That's crazy. I forget every year it comes up so fast.
And happy birthday to my brother Sheldon Day. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday to my brother.
Shout out to Sheldon. Man, been a fast-paced 2 days already. It's Work Boot Wednesday tomorrow, hump day already. Don't miss me on Unpaved in about an hour over on Rumble. And then I got to go out to the yacht, Smitty. And
I thought you cleaned it yesterday.
No, I didn't go. I'm going to go today.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you rested. I'm glad you was chilling. I'm glad you didn't go because you didn't need to go.
What do you have in your hand?
Huh?
What's in your hands?
Oh, this? My wife came home and, a little throwback Tuesday action. Came back and got off work and brought her man some breakfast.
That's not real chicken.
Thank you, wife. Appreciate you, baby. I love you. Mwah.
It's not real chicken.
Ain't nothing like having a queen, though, who just, think about you. Like, she just got off work and got me breakfast. I didn't ask for it. She decided to do it.
She knew you was working.
I didn't want to cry.
Unlike Don Staley, she wouldn't know how to treat a man. But anyway,
Steve said she's not really focused on that. So, but anyway,
she has to be coach of fucking Knicks.
Great show.
They said she had a great interview. By the way, just breaking news.
I'm sure she did.
I hope they hire her, homie. I really.
All
do.
jokes aside, she knows the game. Can you agree to that?
Oh yeah, but it's a different game. I agree. She knows the game, but she's a great women's basketball coach. I'm not taking that away from her, but I just don't understand. The greatest women's basketball coach is a man. That's just fact.
And so I believe he could coach men's basketball in the NBA too.
But here's the question.
Basketball is basketball. Again, they're better players. We get it, but I'm saying the schemes, the 3-man weave, the setup, the pin down, it's still basketball. That's all I'm trying to say.
There ain't no 3-man weave no more, homie. But anyway,
I'm just talking shit. I'm
I
old
know.
school.
But let me ask you something real quick.
Hurry up.
People, the thing for people are hitting me up. Wait up. Drew said, JB, I got you $8K for Ash. What's up? $8K what?
$8,000
for sperm. $8K for what?
How much would Ash sell for, just hypothetically?
About 3 times that.
Really? Dogs? Really? No, I don't. I'm ignorant. I don't have dogs go for that much.
He's fucking Hulk's grandson, Stogie's son, Try Merle, homie, full blood. Yes, he's about 40K. 8K. The fuck out of here. 8K, he's nuts.
So you had Hulk, who everybody knew,
nuts.
Stogie from your show, and he from that same lineage.
Yeah, fucking 8K. 8K, these nuts. I wouldn't give you.
How the hell did you get your hands on
one squirt of nut? Is 8K.
How you get your hands on Hulk's son?
I grew up. I've known the owner forever.
You got to breed that motherfucker in, Ash. You got to.
I know he's about to be. Yeah, he's 2. Yeah.
You got to keep it going, bro. It's on you.
I know. I got to get a girl though, and that's the problem. I'm trying to see homie, true story on my daughter, on my dad. Since we don't know about my daughter to you, on my dad. I turned Shaquille O'Neal down.
You told me that. I think
that's real story. I got the text messages, and I got.
He was gonna pay a lot too.
Yeah, he offered me. He offered me more than 40K.
Do you wish you would have took it now in hindsight?
No.
Okay.
Because I didn't know if it was Stogie's son or not. And I told him if it was Stogie's son, he's unsellable. I'm not selling him.
Oh yeah, I know you love Stogie so much. I get it. Yeah.
But I'm just saying that because I had two, because Bailey only had 2 pups and they were both Stogies. The third one was from my other boy because she had 2, a pit bull can get pregnant up to 3 males in 1 litter. So I had 2 males mount her and 2 males, Stogie and Bonham, who Roy Williams has now, the former Cowboy. I didn't know. And there's only one DNA, not a family tree guy. There's only one true DNA guy to tell you that if it's this dog or not in the country. And it's super expensive. I paid the money to get it done. It's in New York. And they finally, after 2 months, told me that it was not Bonham's because Stogie has passed away. So I only could send Bonham's DNA. So if it came back as his, then I knew it was his, but it came back not his. So I knew it was Stogie's. And so obviously as soon as he got a little older, I knew it was Stogie anyway.
You look at him, right?
But he's trimerle. Stogie, was a blue. So because Bailey, his mama's trimerle. So like he came out with unbelievable markings and obviously that enhances the amount plus of what he is.
Did his mama pass away too, Bailey?
No, she's with Roy Williams.
Oh, Bailey's with Roy. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Bonham was with
both.
Oh, Bonham and Bailey as well.
I said they're a package deal. I mean, that's why I had to get rid of him because Bonham was fighting anybody and everybody over her.
Gotcha. He a real.
He protected her like no, and she punks him to like it's like pussy on your feet. He'll bow down to her, but he'll kill a motherfucker for her. Like it's crazy.
Oh, so Bonham was a real one too then.
Oh.
So hold on. So did Bonham and Stogie ever just like play fight?
Not play fight. They got into a almost kill each other.
How did that shit go down? And be real, don't lie.
I had my kneecaps replaced. What do you mean?
Huh?
I had to have a skin graft, homie.
Oh, you?
Yeah, that was before you came on the show.
I didn't know that story.
That was before you came on the show. Yeah.
What?
Stogie and Bonham. So Stogie raised Bonham as a pup. So Stogie was the alpha.
Gotcha.
And Stogie had punked everybody, and Bonham got to a point where he wasn't getting punked no more.
Right.
And Bonham was ended up being bigger and
Bonham was bigger than Stogie, big ass.
Oh yeah.
Damn, Stogie was big as hell.
And so they drugged me around the concrete, homie, for 45 minutes, locked to each other. I couldn't unbreak the lock, and my hands were in both of their mouths. They wouldn't bite me. I wasn't worried about them biting me, but I almost like I told story, I almost had to break one of their necks because I was so exhausted, homie, that I couldn't get up. So I was going to just pick one of them up and run them in the house and separate them that way, and I couldn't get them apart. And Bonham tasted blood for the first time, so he would not let go, and it was something new to him. Stogie didn't let go either, and he was a killer.
Ego and shit.
Yeah, it was a bad
like
deal.
What? How do you ultimately separate them? Like what? They just officially let go finally?
Yeah, I finally got Bonham. I broke him, and then I headlocked his ass, and I kept him down for 40 minutes. And Stogie listened to me and left and walked away. Yeah. But then Bailey was trying to get involved. It was 3 of them, and then Callie was over there in the corner chilling, like she didn't want no part of it.
I love Callie.
I
love Callie. Callie be chilling like a motherfucker, boy.
So Callie and Stogie you couldn't separate,
right?
And Bailey and Bonham you couldn't separate. But Bailey got along with Callie. They were cool 2 girls, and Bonham got along with Callie because Callie's
drinks and shit, just chilling. Yeah,
Callie's not a fighter. So, but then Ash got a little older before, and then Bonham tried to fuck up Ash one day after I had to put Stogie down. So then I was like, nah, as good as Bonham was, I had to get rid of Bonham and Bailey, and I had to find the right family. And Roy hit me up, like JB and Roy's wife and 2 kids. I drove them both personally to Oklahoma City and spent the day with them to get them acclimated at their house. They got a nice ass house on the golf course out in OKC, and got them acclimated for a whole weekend actually. And then I drove back 15 hours.
I was trying to kill the whole lineage. That's crazy.
What happens is alphas will have that problem.
It's kind of like the cartoon Lion King. It's like you don't want to.
I had 4 alpha males at one time, homie. I had Stogie's other son also named Doughboy, who a girl in Texas bought. She bought 2 pups actually. So I had Doughboy, who was like Callie's temperament, a huge boy though, 150 pounds, but was the nicest thing ever. And he wasn't that old. I didn't put Stogie down because he was old. I put Stogie down because he became ultra aggressive with everybody and everything. And if he ever got out and jumped the fence and got a baby, it's on me. And I had to make the hardest decision ever to put him down. So, yeah, that's why he's fucking everywhere in the house. But, yeah, that was the worst decision I ever made. Or not the worst decision, the hardest decision I ever had to make.
So once the dog get like that, it's pretty much like there's no way to like, I don't know, like there's no way to like retrain their mind. There's no way to put them okay.
Stogie was the smartest dog I've ever been around in my entire life. 35 years of raising pits, he was the smartest dog I've ever been around, and it wasn't even close. Like,
why was he so mean, though?
He was like that from jump, homie, since he was a baby. Even in Indy, he would try to snap on Netflix crew.
You a hood cat though too, like, and I'm trying to imagine like young JB. You probably was like, you probably, you know what I mean?
Oh no, we had it out. We had a love-hate relationship. We've had it out. Like that motherfucker grabbed my hand, homie. One day I fucking grabbed that motherfucker off the wall. Like we had it out, but that was my dog. Like it was crazy. But put this way, my dad died in my arms, and so did Stogie because I had to put him down, euthanize him, and held him the whole time. And it was 30 times worse with Stogie than my own dad.
Really?
Because my dad had cancer, and that was
I can't know what you mean though. It's different. It's like
Stogie, I had to sit there and
you had to end Stogie's life versus like your dad. It was kind of uncontrollable. It's like, you know, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it was
damn, homie, you gonna make the motherfucker terrible on the show.
Yeah, it was the hardest thing in my life, homie. Real shit.
I don't even like dogs like that, but it's making me sad. Like thinking about this.
Yeah,
like,
I'll save a dog. That's why I say I'll save a dog over a human any fucking day. All day.
So you would still like you still stand by what you said about me, like me and Ash save one. You're still picking Ash over me, like hands down.
Huh?
No, it's okay.
Man, it's
This
late.
show-
We gotta get out. We gotta finish the show. It's late.
Now shut up. I'm gonna warm up my hash brown. I got a call in 14 minutes, and then
Brett-
go from there.
Brett Boone will be the manager of the LA Angels. My prediction. Played there, Smitty. Family lineage, Angels. Brett Boone's gonna be the manager of the Angels. Hey man, we'll be back tomorrow. Work Boot Wednesday. And by the way, I have a message for Smitty. Tell Smitty we got smoke. It's on when I see him on site.
I will call him back. My fault. I was busy.
Who calling who back?
I'm a married man, homie. Sometimes I'm moving around. Sometimes I'm doing shit. Got 4 jobs. I'm gonna call the homie back. We good.
Shaun, D. Jones knows. Shaun, you hear it? Shaun,
I already knew who it was.
Shaun, you listening? Anyway,
I wasn't calling him back super late last night, so I'll call him back today.
Shaun King said it's on and popping as soon as he sees you.
I don't know what that means. So I know he ain't talking about fighting.
5,000 people on 6,000 people on Twitter. Shout out to everybody, man. We'll be back tomorrow for Work Boot Wednesday. Pound that like, man, if you haven't. Yesterday, a shout out to everybody. We had over 700 likes. Appreciate it. Keep doing that, though, to break the algorithm. We need another 800 likes today. So if you guys haven't hit the like, there's 800 people in here right now. We should have 800 likes right now. On 3, on me. 1, 2, 3. Like the button, and we'll see you tomorrow for Work Boot Wednesday. Appreciate you. Peace.